Okay, so let's start off with some Big Brother 27 postseason tea, drama, all the things. Okay. Right now we have two house guests from BB27 who seem to be doing all the postseason talking for the most part and sharing the most. And that appears to be Jimmy, no surprise there, and Ashley, our BB27 winner. They're going live. It seems like Jimmy's going live like every day, multiple times a day. I think yesterday he might have went live 3 or 4 times. All right. Ashley had been consistently going live a lot as well, as she just got on TikTok, and they've been very open and spilling a lot of things. Mostly Ashley. Ashley has been reacting to things within the house. Now that she's outside of the house, there was this alleged Ashley versus Morgan thing that went down. Quinn had some kind of BB party this week. A lot of former house guests showed up, as well as a lot of the BB27 house guests. And Ashley went live. We talked about this briefly on my last live. And she was there with Amy. And they alluded to, basically, they didn't even allude. They said that Morgan showed up to this event. And that was like the first event that Morgan has been to postseason. And that her vibes were off. And they didn't like it. And so they talked a lot about that, and Ashley basically hinting at, basically saying they weren't in a good place. But then the internet, social media, I think, started to be like, what do you mean you're not in a good place? What? No, we want Ashley and Morgan to get along. What are you talking about? So then she walked it back with a tweet saying, no, I love Morgan. You know, she's great. Granted, Ashley didn't necessarily say anything really bad about Morgan, but she definitely co-signed Amy saying that Morgan showed up and was acting in a way that they didn't like, and her vibes were off. Okay. Cheryl Joy, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, Amy is sloppy on that brown liquor. She might have a brown liquor in her. I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but then it was walked back. However, it appears that Morgan, it may be, there's a lot of speculation, obviously, because until Morgan goes live, which I think she's going to be going live on her Twitch or her YouTube channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed to that, to talk to fans and maybe play video games or something. So I subscribe to both. So don't worry, I'll be here to report on it when she does. But I think for Morgan, if I can just speculate here, it's probably because a lot of these early boot thirsty thirst trap clout demons are talking shiz on her. And Ashley said that in her live, that when they were at this event, a lot of the Big Brother pre-jurors, a lot of those house guests were saying they don't like Morgan. All right. And so maybe Morgan just doesn't feel comfortable being around a bunch of people who don't like her, being like Zach and Riley and Kat. And now Jimmy has beef with her now. And I'll play, I have a video of Jimmy explaining his beef with Morgan, which seems like a little one-sided. I will say the pre-jurors have had a ton of time to process this experience. The people who just got out, Vince, Morgan, Ashley, and all the jury, they don't. But if anything, especially Morgan, Vince, and Ashley, they literally were in the game, playing, manipulating, gaming up until Sunday night. So maybe, Jimmy, you could give her a little time. Just like a little bit of time before you start going in on her. Because Jimmy's calling out the fact that Morgan hasn't texted him. Morgan hasn't really talked to him since the finale. And Morgan doesn't follow him on social media. That's like, okay, that must be 25-year-old problems. I don't know, because that wouldn't bother me too much. But yeah, very high schoolish. Okay. Jimmy is doing the most, you guys, the most. To the point where I'm like sticking up for Morgan, Vince, and Ashley, going, they let them breathe, let them live. Also, Ashley, she's found, you know, from watching her lives, it appears that she has found the fun in talking to fans, you know, and going live. And that must be exhilarating after all this time, 80 some days in a house, not talking to anyone. However, what Ashley, I think, has to be very careful of is people giving her false information, because watching her chat go, people were feeding her like, this person said this person hates you, this, these definitive statements that aren't necessarily true. So there were other people in her chat who are like, Ashley, no, don't like talk to that person or watch clips or something, because these people, I think, just want to cause more fights. And you don't really need to with this BB27 cast because they don't like each other. Okay. These are not people that are going to be friends forever. So there's a lot of people putting, adding fuel to the fire for Ashley. So Ashley's going to have to be careful of this because she was going live on TikTok the other night to the point where she was like falling asleep. She's like, I'm so tired, you guys. And she's yawning. And then someone comes in and is like, this is just a hypothetical, but they're like, Zach says you're a demon hunter and your ass stinks. And she was like, what? He said that? And people are like, he didn't say that. Okay. Yes, he's a clout demon and you should probably maybe not be his friend. But let's calm it down a little bit here. All right. Let's her find out in her own time. But yes, thank you, Teresa, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. And thank you, Elise Albert. Thank you for the super sticker. And Lisa Shea coming in. Thank you so much for the super chat saying, have you ever mentioned that Hannah Chata from BB23 has been friends with Ashley since, yes, they've known each other since they were little. So Hannah Chata from BB23, The Cookout, now on The Amazing Race, has been friends with Ashley for a long time. So, that works in all areas of life, the nepotism, the who you know, all the things. So, okay. So Jimmy, let's just start maybe there. All right. So Jimmy now has this beef with Morgan. He has, since she didn't follow him, he unfollowed her on social media. He was saying he's not a fan. Okay. And now he's claiming that Morgan said some homophobic stuff in the house. And is also defending Chelsea. Chelsea from last season, the winner of, last season. Yeah. Like, where are we? Okay. She is being called out because she did a Christian podcast where they talked about her time in the Big Brother house. And she talked about a conversation she had with Chemo about him being gay, and the podcast host referenced it as being a sin. And then she didn't say, oh, it's not a sin, that's my friend. She was basically like, yes. And they were like, we like that you never affirmed the sin. I'm paraphrasing, but something like that. So basically just blatant homophobia, which we're like, Chelsea. So a lot of people are holding her feet to the fire right now on social media, being like, why do you have to bring Chemo's story into it all this time later? And you were there for him. And now you're sitting with these people going, you did, counsel him when he was having a hard time, but you also didn't, affirm or, make it okay, his terrible sin of being born gay and loving who he loves.
Boom. Roasted.
It's like, focus on your own vagina and your own sex life and stay out of Chemo's bed and stay out of gay people's bed. They got enough problems right now. They don't need you and your weird Christian podcast coming in and telling people how to live their lives. When the divorce rate is over 50%, us straights just need to shut the fuck up. Okay? Mind your own straight sex, your straight marriage, and your straight life. All right? Because for some reason, half the gays seem a lot happier. And maybe we should ask them for advice at this point. I don't know. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah, apparently Chelsea was talking on this thing like she was pastoring everyone in the BB house. And that's the problem I had with BB26. It was too much religion. All right. Everyone has their own beliefs and whatever. But I feel like using religion as a strategic tactic in the house of someone who's a pastor just feels icky to me. That just feels icky. It feels manipulative. It feels weird. She was like hosting Bible studies. That feels weird to me. Because ultimately you're in a game with lying and cheating and manipulating for money, and you're preaching the Bible. But I don't want to get too much into that.
It's inappropriate.
Because I already talked about it last season, and I gave Chelsea tons of grace because she can believe whatever she wants to believe, and anyone else you can believe whatever you want. We do have freedom of religion, but we also don't have it where we need you shoving your shit down our throat 24/7. We're all okay. And you're on a game show where you're lying, cheating, and manipulating people for money. So maybe you don't tell the other house guests what Jesus wants, because number one, you're not Jesus. And number two, you're currently lying to these people as you're pastoring them. So it feels gross. It feels icky. Here we are. But let's get to Jimmy. So Jimmy defended Chelsea when people were calling this out, because this podcast, I think, was in September. I'll get the name of the podcast for you guys. If I don't bring it up during the live, I'll post it in the description if you want to watch it for yourself and decide for yourself what you think of Chelsea's response. I thought it was icky and homophobic. That's what I thought. Okay. They just straight up were talking about chemo's a sinner. And I don't believe that. Those are my beliefs, and my beliefs are right. I will tell you that.
Boom. Roasted.
So there you go. All right. But Jimmy, I guess he maybe, I don't know. He just blindly defended Chelsea and then was like, oh, maybe I should have actually watched what she said before I gave my opinion. All right. Meanwhile, calling Morgan a homophobe. Now, the homophobic moment I think Jimmy's referencing in the house was something that him and Mickey talked about on a live during the season once they were outside of the house. And it was something about Morgan and Mickey up in the HOH room. I guess Jimmy used to always say, like, instead of gasp, he would say gasp or something. And I think they used that term. I'm still trying to figure it out because Jimmy basically absolved Mickey of any homophobia. They went on TikTok and he's like, she's not homophobic. She's good. And Mickey was the one who, remember when she put Jimmy up, she was saying it was a faith-based choice. And people were like, what does that mean? What's going on? You're putting the gay guy up and saying it's a faith-based choice? Looks a little sus. So he absolved her, but apparently Morgan is now guilty. We'll have to hear more from Jimmy, but I don't remember, unless I missed something, which I could have, Morgan being homophobic. But if you guys think I missed something, please, please, please let me know in the live chat. Okay. Danny says, Jimmy's a little bit of a pick-me. I'll get the name of Morgan's Twitch, remind me at the end, and her YouTube channel, and I'll link them in the description and I'll let you guys know. But if one of my mods knows it and wants to drop it, feel free to drop all the socials. Was it like gay ass, or instead of gasp, like gay ass or gasp or something that he would joke with them and say, and then they were saying. But I specifically remember, and I know there's tons of videos and screen recordings out there of him and Mickey going live and him being like, she is not homophobic. That was not a homophobic thing that her and Morgan were doing. But now all of a sudden, Morgan isn't following him on social media. And now all of a sudden, she's homophobic. So again, if Jimmy can elaborate more on these homophobic references, but I just feel like Mickey and Jimmy just don't like Morgan. And that's fine. You don't have to like her, but we also don't have to create something that might have not have happened. But I'm just waiting on Jimmy to give us further before I'm going to jump on the Morgan is a homophobe train. Okay. Now the Chelsea thing, I can see exactly where people are coming from, calling Chelsea out, being like, that's unnecessary. All right. So let's take a listen to some of the things that Jimmy's had to say within the last 24 hours, you guys. And also, I have a clip here that includes Morgan. Morgan, like I said, she hasn't spoken too much about the season. She's too busy just kind of living life. She says she got high. She walked into a glass door. She was unpacking, listening to music, just normal stuff. So there's a little, she had a little Instagram story I grabbed. And then also Kelly, we got to talk about everybody. We got to talk about Kelly. So there's Kelly in here because Kelly's officially back in South Dakota. But remember, Kelly's dad was saying how she was struggling and was going to stay in LA. Turns out she's back in South Dakota with the boyfriend. The boyfriend's real. He seems very nice. And it seems like people, not only some of her, former housemates, but also the fans are turning a corner with Kelly and going, maybe she's not that bad ever since her exit interview and coming out of the house. So people have kind of softened to Kelly, but you be the judge of what you think. Rampage, good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hi, Joleen. Long time. Hope you're well. I hope you're well too. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hi and dropping a super chat. Okay, so here's Jimmy explaining his new feud with Morgan, while Morgan remains seemingly unbothered and hasn't really said a whole bunch yet. So hopefully you guys can hear this. Give me a thumbs up as soon as you hear the audio for this.
Sunglasses. So here's the Morgan tea. So it's like, Morgan is the reason I went home. Thanks, Sherry. Besides obviously my gameplay, but Morgan is the reason I went home. And so I obviously had like a lot of things to unpack about that, a lot of resentment. I also didn't like the way that she was like dealing like with Zach in the house, because Morgan's a baddie, guys. Morgan is a baddie. And with Zach, she was not displaying baddie behavior. Let's just say that. And I was critical of it because I was kind of working just through my eviction and things like that. I think you guys realized we went through this like spiral of like not liking Morgan to loving Morgan again. Because like I was Team Morgan and Team Ashley at the end, right? And frankly, anybody but Team Vince. And then I saw Morgan on stage. Morgan and I had some great moments like on stage at finale when the cameras were down. I told her, I was like, listen, I've been working through it. I've said some things. I literally said, and I quote, I probably owe you an apology for some of the things that I've said. And I probably do. And Morgan, I'm sorry. I'd love to say that to you, but I can't. So I told that to her on stage, just to let her know. Listen, what I did on stage, y'all saw me running around. I was telling Rachel what had happened. I told Vince that I was impersonating him online and that I had his t-shirts and I was going to give them to production. I told Morgan I'd been talking shit, but I've just been working through my eviction and that I had come to a place where I was excited to be friends with her outside the show. And she was like, oh, good. Like, I was worried we weren't going to do our Palm Springs trip. I'm like, no, girl, like all that's still on the table. Like, I am absolutely here for it. And so I just had to work through my things. And I told her, I told people, nobody was coming onto the outside world shocked. And something that pisses me off is like Morgan made fun of me on national television with millions of people watching. I poked fun at her on a live with a couple thousand people, but apparently that's unforgivable. Like, it's crazy. Like, we both talk shit about each other. Can we not get over it? Like, I don't know. Are we adults? Are we not adults? We're in a reality TV space. Like, it should be able to, I don't know. It's entertainment. Like, it's not that deep. Morgan apparently takes it that deep because she didn't follow me back on anything, didn't text me, didn't all this other stuff, even though we like talked about it on stage. I think when she got her phone back and saw the shit I was talking, she was like, that's not cute. Well, it's like, you were talking shit about me too. So I'm trying to give Morgan grace because I had to work through my shit. Maybe she has to work through hers, but I feel that I felt good with her. Guys, I gave her the one airtime moment I had on stage, I gave her a compliment for her good gameplay. And she hates me apparently. So that's crazy. Apparently she said, fuck our cast. We all need time to work through things. So
I concur. Well done, Morgan. Morgan's out here being like, fuck my cast. Okay. I don't have time for these people. You know, I love how he's like, and I gave her this like blanket. So he gets her while she's on stage at the finale, going through so much. Accosts her and Vince, like, hey, BTW, I've been talking shit about you. Okay, NBD girl. And then also, Vinny, I've been dressing up like you and making money off that on Cameo. You're going to see it. But yeah, can we hang out? Are we still going to Palm Springs? Like, what? So yeah, I'm sure Morgan's like, oh, okay, like give her a minute to process. We're not even a week out from the finale. And he's like, oh my God, get over it. When you've had like 62 weeks. Okay, the math ain't mathing, but you know what I mean? To process things and talk shit on your TikToks and get followers and make money off of it. So now give her some time. She's not going to prioritize you, Jimmy. Vince isn't going to prioritize. Don't make me stick up for Vince, but I'm going to. He's not going to prioritize you or your friendship or your feelings. He's going to work on himself. Morgan's going to work with herself. So is Ashley. Like, well done, Morgan. To take some time. Don't feel pressured, but also really shitty to go live, Jimmy, and put pressure on her after you were like, I gave her a drive-by apology. I was like, girl, so sorry. I've been calling you, you know, a whore. No, I don't know if he's called her a whore, but, you know, I've been talking about the cheat mans and talking shit. But now, you know, let's hang out since you're in the top 3. Come on, follow me back. And so he's bitter. And that's why the homophobia claims, I'm side-eyeing. I'm like, sir, don't do this. This guy is annoying. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but this is annoying. This is how he was in the house. It's annoying.
Give Morgan the grace she needs. Morgan and I will connect at some point, I'm sure. If she sees this, I just hope she knows that I do love her. Like, Morgan is a person that I do love. Like, I'm not like Mickey talking shit about Morgan. Like, I do love Morgan.
And he's like been hanging out, being friendly with Mickey. And he's like, see, I'm not Mickey. He's so messy. I'm not Mickey talking shit about Morgan.
I want to have a relationship with Morgan. Guys, I was defending Morgan. Hello. When Julie and Zingbot and others, like, Morgan has followed 5 people from the cast: Kelly, Keanu, Will, Rachel, and Ashley.
Oh, damn. I mean, she followed Kelly over you.
Bruh.
That tells you she needs time, sir. If she's following SK Kelly before she follows you, You might want to just give her a minute, sir.
That's my opinion.
And I'm not one of those people, and that's fine. But
Obviously, it's not fine. Also, you're going to negate all the times you like stuck up for her when she was in the house by going live because she's not talking to you and processing things on your time.
that's the Morgan tea. It just upset me because I felt like I went massively out of my way to like forgive Morgan low-key being like doing something that was homophobic. Meanwhile, I called her a pick-me, which she was acting.
What did she do that was homophobic? You have to share with the class because we all watch live feeds and we know the gay ass or gay asp or whatever that was talked about that her and Mickey said that they were using. You said it was just a term that you use and they were using it and there was nothing hateful or homophobic about it. But now all of a sudden Mickey is fine, but Morgan's not. So we're going to need some receipts on that.
Like one. Sorry, if you don't want to be called a pick-me, don't act like one. But Morgan is not.
If you don't want to be called a pick-me, don't act like one. I don't know if this is going to win her back, sir.
Way to like forgive Morgan low-key being like, and I'm not one of those people, and that's fine. But that's the Morgan tea. It just upset me because I felt like I went massively out of my way to like forgive Morgan low-key being like doing something that was homophobic. Meanwhile, I called her a pick-me, which she was acting like one. Sorry, if you don't want to be called a pick-me, don't act like one. But Morgan is not. The reason it was frustrating is because Morgan is not a pick-me. She's a baddie. And she deserves more and needs to act like that. So this is why, like, I wish we had a Big Brother reunion because we could like flesh all this shit out. You know what I mean? I don't like Kelly, so not everybody likes Kelly because I don't. All right, so that's the Morgan.
He just don't. And by the way, people are like, seems like a lot of the cast is liking Kelly, and he's like, not me. I don't like her. I don't like her at all.
Side. I just wanted to get that out because it's been on my mind, and I've obviously been dealing with things, so I haven't been able to hop on live and talk to you guys. But that's kind of the one thing that really stuck out to me is I was actually really excited to talk to Morgan, to see her at some of the parties. And it was like very.
So it's Friday. This ended Sunday night. She's been in the world for like 4 days. She has a lot of people that come before you, Jimmy.
It's shocking to me that she like is not happy with the cast. But listen, she'll work through it. She'll get her shit together. Like Morgan's a really cool.
Also, you're hanging out with all her ops. Like you literally are hanging out with all the people who talk shit on her and don't like her.
Girl, she's really fun. Go join her communities. Go follow her. Like go hype her up. She deserves it. She needs it. She's awesome, and she's gonna get a lot of great opportunities from this. And she.
So she's gonna get a lot of great. Somebody jelly. Somebody got a little bit of peanut butter and jelly. All right. So here was Morgan. The few things we've actually heard from her because she hasn't went live. She hasn't been doing it like that. She's been tweeting a little bit. Posting in her stories, but here's from her Instagram story.
After finale was over, on stage, I had a really nice woman come up to me and she gave me this box. And I didn't know what was in it. And I'm going to show you guys. It is so sweet. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? It's a little owl. I was like, no way. It's so cool. Hold for plate. Reminds me of the Big Brother house. Anyway, I just thought that was really sweet. And yeah, I would love to say thank you. I just don't know who it was. So thank you if you see this. I really appreciate it. And I love it. Okay, first of all, I'm dying that some people are saying that I sound totally different. I'm not really sure why. I really don't know because this is definitely me. Like, see, my cheek is real. I have a pimple patch on, the same stuff. But maybe this can be like a mic issue. Maybe we can blame production. You are not allowed to talk about production. That's what they would tell us. Anyway, but yeah, this is me in the flesh. And I'm sorry that I don't sound the same, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get off this thing now. I'm going to take a nap, actually. I need a nap like bad. So I'm going to do that now. Love you guys. Bye.
One thing about coming out of the Big Brother house is that you have
All right,
to.
so someone gave Morgan a cute little owl necklace. I don't know. Does she like owls? I don't remember. Did she talk about that on the live feeds? Is it because she's a night owl? But that was really sweet, but she doesn't remember. So if you're out there, Morgan says, Thank you. And by the way, thank you to Laura and Christy Buffenmeyer for the super chat saying, hi, Jimmy is a lot. I'm trying to read Sheena's book. It's not easy. So far, it's most about the people she has had relations. I heard excerpts of that. But if I start a book, I have to finish. I will alert if thank you. Keep me updated. I was going to do a book club about Sheena's book, but then everything basically got spilled from her book. So I didn't know if it was worth it. But let me know if you guys still want me to do that, to read and react to it. But we have a lot of Bravo drama going on with Sheena, the Valley, Lala, just a hot mess over there that hopefully we will get to today in this live. And if not, we will definitely get to it tomorrow. So, that's all. Now we have Kelly. I don't know why I screen recorded this, but it just shows her and her boyfriend. They're headed back. Today she got into South Dakota, I believe. Her family all greeted her. It was a little awkward, I'll be honest. It was cute. They had their t-shirts. They're like Team Kelly. And then when when the doors open, I don't know if she was at what airport she was at. Maybe she was at MSP. I don't know what the South Dakota airport is. Apologies, South Dakotans. I only know a lot of people fly into Minneapolis drive, but there's probably an airport. Anyways, so she walked through the doors and they were just maybe it's because they're Midwestern and I'm Midwestern. And sometimes we can be a little like, not me, but sometimes we can be a little not reactive. And then she ran to them like, you guys, and hugged them. And maybe again, it's just because they're Midwestern. And then she's like, are you proud of me? Are you proud of me? And they were just like, yeah. And then one lady scratched her arm and I was like, it was a little crickety. Okay. But I'm sure they're proud of her. She saw her mom and all the things. So here's her with her boyfriend. And they seem to have a good dynamic.
Relearn how to be a human. And we just dropped the car off. We got on the shuttle back to the airport. And guess who forgot her passport in the car? Corey got it for me.
Silly.
Am I still a privilege?
You're my privilege every single day.
I'm privileged.
This guy seems to really like her. They were also flying back. And she did a TikTok where they were sitting next to this older woman, I'll say, older than them, older than me. And she was on the aisle seats and the older woman. And then Kelly's boyfriend was in the middle seat. She was at the window seat. And Kelly said this woman had to sit by them because her husband got upgraded to first class and she didn't. And first of all, I'm thinking, oh, how are you still married if you're getting upgraded to first class as the husband and you're not offering that to your wife? But okay. I saw that play out on Vanderpump Rules with Schwartz and Katie. Didn't go well. All right. I wonder if she got drunk on tequila and rage text them because that's what Katie did and well-deserved to Tom Schwartz. So what Kelly's boyfriend did, according to her TikTok and this woman, is Kelly's boyfriend bought this woman first class on both her return flights in like 5 days. They were headed to a wedding. And I was thinking, okay, Kelly might have scored herself a winner here. If that is in fact what happened, it's not some weird, social media fake flex for clicks and views. Then that is very impressive. And so I don't know, she might have got herself a good little guy there.
I'm difficult.
Kelly's dad.
Okay, Kelly's dad. You guys, I think Kelly's dad lost either most of his videos or his original TikTok account. I don't know if it's the Russians, someone has taken down Kelly's dad and he told us he can't tell us why. So I will show you that TikTok after this one. This is the one that I played earlier in the week where he was talking about how Kelly was struggling. And we were like, sir, don't put that on the interwebs. So maybe that's why his TikTok went down. Kelly was like, delete your account now or I'll never talk to you again, as you're sharing all of my mental health things with the world and then asking for likes and follows. And so now Kelly's dad has a different TikTok account and he's just posting about the shed he lives in. It's not a shed. It's like a cool, what are those things? Storage unit or something. And so he's giving house tours on his storage unit that he lives in or something. It's not like on the Netflix show where the guy was where he was an SK and he was holding all his victims in there. It's bigger. So if there are victims, I didn't see them in Kelly's dad's shed, allegedly, obviously for comedy, parody purposes. But here's the original TikTok of Kelly's dad talking about how Kelly's doing post the finale.
Here, so it is Monday night, the day after the finale. I I talked to Kelly last night briefly, and I had a nice talk with her tonight. She's overwhelmed, and I can't imagine how overwhelmed she is. She's taking it a lot harder than she thought she would, and I just had a really nice long talk with her about about how she's got to stand up and fight one battle at a time in her head. She hates it that people were calling her racist, and she's really, really sensitive about stuff like that. But she's going to get over it. She's going to stay out in California where nobody recognizes her, because when she comes here, she is a rock star.
Her dad needs some social media training. He's basically doxing her. She's going to stay in California. She's going to stay at 1234 Sunrise Lane in Santa Monica, Unit 3. The code to get in the Airbnb is 646969. Damn, you're fine. In case you guys are looking for, but I'm, no big deal. She also weighed herself. She's coming in at about a $1.20 these days, and she had cookies and cream, ice cream for breakfast, which I told her, Kelly, that's not a good breakfast, but she's, processing her feelings of depression and in and out of panic attacks.
She won't be able to go to the coffee shop, restaurant. She won't be able to go to the gas station or the post office without getting bombarded by everybody like she's some kind of a rock star, because it's a small town. I do, and I'm just her dad. And so, yeah, it's really overwhelming, and she's not taking it well. But we'll get through this. Me and her, we're going to have another nice talk tonight, and everything's going to be good. So, hey, y'all.
Just like Kelly's dad, be quiet. Kelly's dad, be quiet. Okay. So then Kelly's dad all of a sudden shows up in my For You under a new account. And like I said, it's not a shed. It's like one of those storage containers or something that people are building houses in these days. All right. He's like, hey guys, I'm going to put my thumbs in my belt and I'm going to tell you a little something. So let's take a listen.
It's really overwhelming, and she's not taking it well, but we'll get through this. Me and her, we're going to have another nice talk tonight, and everything's going to be good. So, hey, y'all. I'm sure some of you are wondering what happened to my account. Well, I can't say what happened to my account, but I can say it's ridiculous. So let's just improvise, and we'll keep going, and maybe we'll get back to where we were. I appreciate you guys following me. But anyways, a lot of you are asking about my house here, and it's not really a house. It's actually a shed.
Okay, so it is a shed. I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on in Sioux Falls. Shout out to South Dakota. I love you, babe. But Kelly's dad is like, hey, guys. So I'm living in a shed now. So I don't know if the mom kicked him out. I don't know what's going on with this man. But he has a new account. And I think it has something to do with TikTok kicking him off. Could be Kelly. But because he mentioned something about politics and not being able to say what you want to say. Or I don't know. But all he was talking about that I saw on his Kelly's dad account was Kelly. So who knows what he said? Maybe he decided to mention something political. I have no idea. Thank you, Pomegranate, for becoming a member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So just craziness with Kelly's dad. But she's home now, so that's her problem. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But there's that. All right, you guys. So Jimmy just being an overall hater, Morgan processing things and only following a couple people back in the cast. And let's see, do I have another Jimmy thing here? Oh, yes. So then Jimmy wasn't done. He wasn't done. He's still going to talk to us. He went live from a bar with Derek Frazier from BB27. You couldn't hear him. He took us in the bathroom. I was like, that's unnecessary. Okay. Following these people on TikTok has been a pain in the ass because they're literally also don't take your phone in the bathroom and be live. That's a private place where we do private things. All right. There's nothing worse than people who talk on the phone in public restrooms. You should all honestly go to hell. No, there should be a fine. Okay. There should be a big fine. You should all be arrested. Life sentences. I'm tired of it. Whenever there's a chick in the public restroom on her phone, I just keep flushing the toilet over and over again. And I'm like, bitch, get out. Bitch, get out. This is private time. We need relaxation. We need peace to do the business. All right, get out of here. But Jimmy's just got the phone up there and he was drunk. But this is then later in the night. Now he's come home and decided, I think I'm sick. And his partner, his fiance, He was sick. So yeah, you're probably sick. So he went out and just infected everybody and tried to do a live in a public restroom. So I don't know. Jimmy is not my favorite right now. Thank you, Age of Rogerio. Thank you so much. Says my wife and I have watched you for years. Big Brother would not be the same without. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't butcher your screen name here. Rogerio, whatever the proper way to say it. I apologize for my thick Minnesota tongue, but it's what I was born with. Gotta love it. Okay. So now let's see. So this is later after, because I think it's his birthday weekend, so he's like, it's my birthday. I'm going to go in the bathroom and talk where everyone does number twos. Let's do this. So then this is after, when he's home, he's got to go live again. There might be a point where you might be going live a little too much, but teach his own.
Top 5 favorite house guests: Rachel, Ashley, Nikki, Morgan, Catherine. Wait, who was on the cast?
Did he just say one of his favorite house guests is Catherine?
Top 5 favorite house guests:
Top 5 favorite
Rachel,
house guests.
Ashley, Nikki, Morgan, Catherine. Wait, who was on the cast?
So right after earlier he talked shit on Morgan, and now is one of his favorite house guests. Like, make it make sense.
It's inappropriate.
April Love, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you for gifting a membership to the channel. Congratulations to whoever won that gifted membership. Make sure you guys have it in your YouTube. Under your account, you have it where you have it turned on to be able to receive gifted memberships, because we have a lot of very generous people in the chat who like to gift memberships, and YouTube selects those randomly. So make sure you have that checked and turned on so that you can be a recipient of a gifted membership.
How did you? Well,
Keanu, Amy. Oh my God, yes. Amy's like top 4 for sure. Lauren's up there. So is Zach.
So like everybody.
Wait, you just named half the cast.
And Adrian. In that order. Oh, Will. Oh my God. Wait. Let's do it again. No, I'm done talking about the cast, actually. I don't want this to be taken out of context.
You've only talked about them all.
No, I haven't heard from the Lip. Do you watch Real Housewives? Yes. Salt Lake City's so good this year. Are you streaming Showgirl tonight? Should I stream Showgirl tonight? Would you guys want that? I don't think that's like my demographic. Was your wedding this year? No, my wedding's going to be in 2028. I can tell them that, right?
Yeah.
After he already tells us his wedding's gonna be in 2028, he looks at his fiance. I can tell him that, right, Jimmy? We might have to log off.
You can tell them year, months.
I really want to say something about gay marriage, but I'm not going to. Is the cast invited to the wedding? For the most part, yeah.
We affirm it.
We do. We affirm it, yeah. Happy to affirm this sin. Congratulations. Thanks, Katie.
He said, happy to affirm the sin. So that was definitely in reference to Chelsea and the podcast she did.
Jimmy's spicy and I love it. I'm not spicy, guys. I just, soaking up my 15 minutes, as some say. But it's like, why wouldn't you? I don't know. Why are you coughing? I know. I'm like a little sick, guys. Did Rachel stay in LA? I don't know where Rachel is. I don't share where people are. Guys, remember when I told you guys where somebody was last week and that blew Twitter for them? Not doing that anymore. I learned my lesson. Guys, see, I learn. Don't tell y'all where people are, even if I know.
Well, you also need to work on not telling people where you are.
I'm at home.
His fiance's like, we also need to work on not telling people where you are. And I think that's some good sound advice.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in public.
Hey, I'm learning. I make mistakes. I'm happy to admit that. I don't spill other people's business anymore. No, Jimmy, not doxing people. No, Jimmy, not Jimmy doxing people. It's low-key iconic. That's crazy. I don't think saying the state where somebody's in is doxing them, but that's crazy. What happened with you? Only good things happen with me and her at finale. I'm Jordan. Happy birthday. Oh, wait. I'm the Jordan you said happy birthday to. Oh,
He said someone asked what happened with you and Morgan at finale, and he said only good things.
yeah, good to see you, Jordan. Hey, Diva. Did Mickey leave? Leave what? The show? You're an icon. Mickey's doing an event. Is today Thursday? Mickey's doing an event tonight in Atlanta.
So Mickey and Zach did an event in Atlanta where they did a rewatch of the finale, and then they posted a couple of cringe TikToks together. So
I can say that, right? Because it's public information. Okay, guys, why are you still following? Who am I still following? Did you ever watch the edits of you and TT? I don't know who TT is. Are they still at the Airbnb? No, I think everybody went home. What do you mean? Why is it? Can you post your audition vid?
yes, Techno, his fiance was sick, so he was staying away from his fiance, but in the same house, and then went out, and then came home and was like, I think I'm sick too, after infecting the public. We really learned a lot from global panicukin.
I really don't think I'm going to post my audition video. I think y'all would have to do something drastic for me to post that audition video because
That's basically as interesting as it gets. I'm kind of over Jimmy right now, but no one wants to see your audition video. No offense, all offense. I don't. Let me know in the chat if you guys want to see it, but I'm not interested. Okay. Most likely, he said it was the first time he ever applied and he immediately got on the show, but something tells me there was some recruiting happening with Jimmy Jam over here, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay. So since he addressed the Chelsea thing, let's check that out because Chelsea said she was going to respond today to what she said on this podcast about, people being gay, being a sin, and her not affirming Chemo's awful sin of being gay, her just like listening to his sins. So it looks like BB Steph, shout out to Big Brother Steph here on Instagram, has shared her response. So let's see what Dear Chelsea has to say about what everyone is criticizing her for right now. Oh God, these Big Brother people, they are all just foot in mouth syndrome. All right. So here we go. Let me know in the chat if you guys can't hear the audio when I hit play.
Online that you probably have seen that has led to this narrative that I am homophobic, amongst other things. And I want to.
What are the other things? All I heard was homophobic. Like, amongst other things. What? All people are saying is homophobic.
You address it, bring some clarity and context, and leave no room for confusion. And you should just hear my heart for a second that, yes, I am a Christian. I love God. I love his word. I am still a flawed individual with a lot of room to grow. But though I'm a Christian, I also do believe that the church has fallen short in how we have treated and loved the queer community. And it has grieved me because the people that are closest to me in the queer community have often been met with rejection rather than compassion. And I do not believe that that is God's heart, nor is it mine. And I want to be very clear that do not believe in any homophobia, any homophobic beliefs. Where I stand is no matter who you are, what you look like, what you believe, or who you love, my job is simply to love. And I believe the queer community are not projects to be worked on. It's not an issue to debate, rather than people like me to be loved. And if you know me, you know my heart is not to hurt, harm, condemn, change, or judge anybody. My job is simply to love people. And so what that can look like is whether I'm in the Big Brother house, at a dinner, or in a podcast, my job is to love that person that is in front of me. And so I want to say that if what I said or the lack thereof in that clip has led anybody to believe that I am homophobic or have hate or dislike for the queer community, I want to say that
Okay, I have to pause for a second. It would have been so easy, Chelsea. All you had to do is when this married couple, I guess has like a popular Christian podcast, said that Chemo was a sinner, you could have just said, I don't believe he's a sinner. That's all you had to say. I don't believe he's a sinner because he's gay. That's all you had to do. You just had to shut it down. If you really love the queer community and you support them, why would you be on a podcast and a platform that is pushing forth a narrative that gay people are sinners? Unless you believe it yourself. So it's either you believe it's a sin or you don't. Just make a fucking decision.
Apologize. That was not my intention. That was not my heart. I do believe that I can hold true to my faith, but also lead with compassion and love. And
You can't lead with compassion. I'm sorry, guys. I have to keep stopping. You can't lead with compassion and love if you're sitting there and co-signing people saying being gay is a sin. You're not leading with compassion and love for the gay community. You're only making their lives so much harder than they already are in 2025. It's not that difficult to be an ally. It really isn't. Unless you, in fact, believe being gay is a sin. And Keanu's, who he loves, and him being gay is somehow wrong and immoral.
It's one thing that I want to represent. If there's one thing that I want to be loud in any of my messaging as a Christian, it is how I love. And I do believe the queer community has not been loved properly. And I do not think that that's an accurate depiction of who Jesus is. And I will commit to every day my life with love being the loudest thing that you guys hear, see, and feel from me. Thanks for hearing my heart. And I'm not here to change my.
It seems like she's trying to teeter somewhere in the middle and appease both sides. People that think being gay is a sin and people who are like, that's ridiculous and archaic. And can we move on with our lives now and quit condemning who people love and sleep with and stop worrying about other people's genitals? There's nothing gayer than worrying about other people's genitals. Then you, in fact, might be gay. If you are concerned where two men put their genitals, two consenting adult men, and you're a man, you're probably gay. And if you're a woman, your husband's probably gay or something, and you're just upset about it. Like, this is so annoying. Don't go on a podcast and give your opinion on this if you don't stand on anything, because it just reads phony.
Image or perception. I'm simply here to make it clear on where I stand for the people that I love most. So thank you for understanding. Thank you for the space.
Did I say Keanu? Sorry if I said Keanu. But also Keanu might be like, yeah, we're all a little gay. What's wrong with being a little gay? All right. Let's just all start saying we're all a little gay so we can move on from this and focus on things that really matter. Like, are we still in the 90s? Like, don't ask, don't tell bullshit. It's crazy. This is crazy to me.
For me to clear things up. And I love y'all. I have so much room to grow, but I love y'all. And thanks for listening.
You said nothing. You literally said nothing. You sat in the middle, and Keanu's supposed to be, or Keanu, see, I just said it. Chemo is supposed to be your friend, right? It's okay to be gay. Let's all just put it in the chat. We're all gay. We're all a little gay. And like Lindsay said, she said Keanu back. I didn't catch that. I thought I did. That's funny. And then say we're all sinners. Oh my God. Why are you casting stones over there? Why are you telling people how to live their lives? You're still a fetus yourself. What is this chick, like 26 years old? And you're going to be out there and be like, yeah, this is what you should do. Oh my God, I need the sound effect. You're a virgin who can't drive, allegedly. Oh my God. Stop. I'm so tired of these homophobes, like masking and putting a blanket of Christianity around it. I guarantee Jesus would be cool with the gays. Okay, I guarantee Jesus would be like, we're all a little gay, and that's okay, because that's the way God made you. Like, shut up. I'm so tired of the straights having an opinion about this. Worry about your own genitals, your own marriages your own families that are not working, your own marriages that are falling apart, your own affairs that you're having. That's the real problem. That's the real crisis. Maybe go ask a gay, how can I stay with my husband? How can we make this work? Rather than just adding to the divorce rate. Oh my God, shut up. She just annoys me. She annoys me that she's up here trying to tell people how to live their lives and then doesn't stand on it. If you think that, then that's what you think, but say it. If you are like, that is a sin to me, then say it. Don't pedal in the middle. Don't do that shit. Don't do it. Kate says, Chelsea always rubbed me the wrong way. Oh gosh. Gay asp, yeah. Stand on business like a Maya Papaya from Love Island. Just own it. If you are going to be hateful and say, listen, this, according to me, a mere human who's interpreting a book that's been revised many times, written by men, then say it. If you're so proud of it, if you're so proud to be this pastor and you're so proud to preach to the youth, then say you think it's a sin. And there was no context taken out, wasn't taken out of context. It was you agreeing with people who believe what you believe that it's a sin. Just do that. All right. Yeah. Or as Julie Chen would say, love one another. I think Julie Chen might even love the gays. I don't know. I don't want to give her too much credit here, but I'm sorry. Without gay people, the world would suck. So go cry in your Bible. If anyone has a problem with that, I don't care. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of villainizing gay people, of villainizing the queer community. I'm tired of kicking down or watching people. It's like so stupid. This is so dumb. There are real things to worry about in life, okay? Like who Jimmy is talking shit about. All right? What's Jimmy doing? When is Vince and Kelsey going to tell us if they're really together, even though it looks like they're together? What's Morgan going to say on her next Twitch? Those are important things. All right? This is not one of them. All right. Let's move on because, oh my God, so boring. Let me just tell you guys the podcast so you guys can check it out for yourself. Because I don't want to just, I want you guys to be able to take a look and see what you think. So let me see. Chelsea on Hateful Podcast. No, Chelsea on Christian Podcast. Smash that like if you haven't already, you guys. Let's set a like goal for 2,000. Okay, here it is. I think this is it. The podcast is called With the Parents.
If nobody's watching what I'm doing in ministry, if nobody...
All right. And... let me grab it from their channel here. I'm going to link you guys directly to the episode. I think it starts around.
Like, I'm not trying to compare
talking about this in particular. I think because I listened to most of the episode because I was interested because I wanted to see the full context and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I get what's going on here. But I think it starts around the 18-minute mark. And I'm going to just put it here. And the channel again is With the Perrys, Perrys. And there is the link if you want to check that out. Okay. So also, oh my goodness, you guys, this is so crazy. Leah is being called out. A lot of last season people are being called out on social media because Leah, okay. So remember when Kat and Riley were in the house and we were all like, oh my God, this guy's a monster. We have to get Kat away from him. Her stepmom and dad were calling production and talking to people on social media. And then Kat left the house and then Jimmy let it slip that she went to Oklahoma soon after she got out of the house. And then at the finale, they're like, we're together. And we're like, oh God. Oh, be well, dear Catherine. Well, during the time when everyone was like, save Kat from Riley, Leah and Derek Frazier did a TikTok where both of them were like, going to save Catherine. Like, we're going to go save Catherine from this horrible, abusive man, Riley. But then post-season, it looks like Leah has met Riley and Kat at an event, took a picture with Kat and Bowie Jane with Riley in the background, and is now following Riley on social media.
It's inappropriate.
So people are like, okay, but was it performative then when you guys were out there being like, we're going to save Kat and she's really in trouble. And clearly she's, this monster, not Kat, but clearly she's with this monster and she just doesn't know it yet. Cause now you're following him on social media. And, I have to follow him. I think I don't follow him on my regular account because I got to get the updates. But I think I do on my No Offense, All Offense account. So I can just see if this dude goes live. But after a couple of weeks here, I'll be unfollowing this dude. All right. But Leah was like, on her live, and people were asking her about it, including some TikTok Big Brother content creators. And she was saying, basically, I can be friends with people who do things I don't agree with. Like emotional abuse. Like, that's crazy to me. I get there. It's one thing to be like, yeah, I have friends. It's not an echo chamber. We all kind of think different things. But when it comes to hate or comes to abuse, it's like, those are pretty hard lines. And it'd be different if Leah didn't go on social media with Derek Frazier and confirm that they, in fact, think Catherine's in trouble and they need to go save her. But she's just like, I can be friends with people who do things I don't agree with. And this person says, you were making TikToks about saving the girl from DV. So let me know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think in the chat here. Is this something that they should be calling Leah out for? After her being so public about being worried for Catherine in a possible DV situation, yeah, we're just following, we're cool. I can see that people would be like, that looks a little sus. That looks a little sus. Danny T says, exactly. I don't care what your beliefs are, but don't be performative and then fake. And then we're going to see her like hanging out with Riley and Kat. Maybe she's, I don't know. I can't even make an excuse for these people. Nor do I want to. That's not my job. I don't care. Catherine Anonymous says, Leah seems to be confused. Alex says, well, if the parents didn't do anything, what can Leah do? I think no one's asking Leah to do anything about it or to save Catherine. They're just saying, hey, if you really think Riley's that bad, why are you following him? Why are you seeing him pictures with him? I think people want him to be iced out. Like, if you guys, while they were in the house, were like, this is horrible. I don't condone how he's behaving to Catherine, how he's talking to her. We're seeing the verbal abuse. We're seeing the manipulation. We're seeing these things. And then all of a sudden the season's over and you're like, yeah, I'll follow you back. I think that's where people are wondering if what Leah's doing is like, well, why did you post that TikTok then? Idle House is very hypocritical, just not my vibe. So I don't know. As Ben says, as Tamara Judge says, you are enabling him. That's my opinion. Token Dave says Leah likes to interject herself, not inject herself. Come on, Jolene. Oh my God. Into weird storylines. So I don't know, Leah, but maybe just, you don't have to be friends with everybody, right? If you really thought this dude was that awful and you watched him on the feeds and you enough to make a TikTok where you thought you had to save Catherine, maybe you just follow Catherine, support her and not Riley. But what do I know? Do what you want. But she is people. So Chelsea's getting called out. Leah's getting called out. Everyone's getting called out because they're like, okay, with Chelsea, it's like, are you an ally or are you not to the gay community? Okay. And then with Leah, it's like, are you against, abuse or are you for it in a relationship, like DV type situations, emotional abuse? Like, what are you for? And she's like, I'm for people who can just kind of think like whatever they want. And I'm like, oh, Leah, you could do better. You could do better, but whatever. She's going to go and do her, you guys. Let's move on to Ava Pearl. We don't have a ton about Ava Pearl. She went back to New York. She went to the after party, I think, for a second. I've only seen a few pictures of her. One was her and Will, and maybe Will's wife, but she got right back on that plane and she's only posting like she was never in the house of upcoming events she's excited for, but so far hasn't spoken about Big Brother. And it seems like Ava, according to this, there was an article about this, you guys. Is this it? Okay. So I'm trying to think where this article came from. I had it here somewhere. Okay, here we go. So first, oh, well, it doesn't really say, but the blogs, the publications are saying, let me share this here with you guys, that it seems like the house guests are going harder on Ava than they did Riley. All the people who were, out of the house before Riley or didn't, agree with what Riley was doing, the house guests are now seemingly in a group chat, Jimmy said. A lot of the pre-jurors are in a group chat. But according to some media sources, Big Brother star is blacklisted by the rest of the cast after rage-filled rant caught on hot mic, which is weird because you can't really, it's not a hot mic in Big Brother. The mics are always hot because they're always mic'd and they're on live feeds. So they say the series crowned its season 27 winner on Sunday. While in the New York native was primarily well-liked in the house and was considered a fan favorite, they're talking about Ava, that isn't the case anymore, as her co-stars have apparently distanced themselves since the finale. Ava has essentially been blacklisted from the rest of the finalist group, an insider exclusively revealed, noting that her castmates' change of heart was in support of BB veteran Rachel Riley. Again, I wonder who their source is. There's a lot of unsourced things. They want nothing to do with her after calling Rachel a bitch and a see you next Tuesday, the source explained. Ava didn't think cameras picked up on that, but she got a rude awakening, once she left the house. And they were like, so we caught you saying all these things about Rachel. You also said that Rachel basically grabbed you and assaulted you. And that's why you didn't have strategy going into the hamster wheel of death and the white locust twist. And Ava's like, well, maybe Rachel shouldn't have grabbed me.
Go first.
Don't, no. Oh, come here, come here.
Oh my gosh. Don't, no. Oh, come here, come here. Oh my gosh. Oh, come here, come here. Oh my gosh.
That'll always crack me up because the way Ava talked on the feeds about that, it was like, Rachel assaulted me. And we're like, what? I'm sorry? What, ma'am? I don't think that's how it went, but okay, ma'am. But I don't. Oh, Ava Pearl. So apparently, according to these sources, no one has talked to Ava Pearl. However, Ashley did reference Ava in one of her many lives, saying that she hasn't heard from Ava. So let's see if I think this, where is it here? I'll pull it up here. And that, her DMs are filled, but it's not filled with Ava. So I don't know who in particular is icing her out, but that's what these certain media sources are saying. Okay. Let's make sure that smash the like if you haven't already, you guys. Thank you so much. We got 1,046 of you here. Hopefully we can get 1,000 likes. Let's see. I think one of my videos didn't fully upload yet, but let me just take a look here. This is the last.
Have I spoken to Kelly? Yes.
That Ashley did. She was doing quite a few from Instagram to TikTok, and now I think it looked like on her social media she was traveling out of New York because she went back home to New York and then she hopped on this live. And so let's take a listen to what Ashley says here. In one of these, she addresses Ava.
Have I spoken to Kelly? Yes. Guys, you know what's funny? I actually kind of like Kelly. I know we didn't like each other in the show, but after the show, she's been very lovely.
I will say her opinion then changed on Twitter. So Ashley was going live being like, yeah, Kelly's not that bad, you guys. Kelly seems pretty awesome. God, what's up with the Kelly slander? She's great. And then all of a sudden, within minutes, she said, she was on Twitter after this saying, the gag is I really like postseason Kelly. And then hours later, she was like, the gag is I take it back after seeing those clips. Yikes. So then she saw some clips and was like, I don't think I like Kelly anymore. So you were so close, Kelly. SK Kelly, you were so close. But Ashley's like, no thanks. That's not my fave. So I don't know if she still feels that way.
What was the slot made of? A lot of different things. Loved your camera talks. Thank you. Can you wait? Her dad said she was having delusions of paranoia. Is she okay? Can you not talk about stuff?
Someone in the chat goes, her dad said she's having delusions of paranoia. What delusions of paranoia? Well, I think her dad did say she was like having some anxiety about people watching her or something, like coming out of the house and being watched. I don't know if he said delusions of paranoia. Was that his direct quote?
Based on your NDA. What was your biggest shock when you got out of the Beaver house? Riley. Kelly much better out of the house. Yeah, she's much better outside of the house. She's a whole new person. I think she must have just been annoying for the cameras because she's a very sweet girl.
Not annoying for the cameras.
Oh, Kelly said she's annoying on purpose. That makes sense. What do I think of the White Locust twist? I hated it. I hated it. I had anxiety. I was stressed. Like, I don't even have anxiety, and I was super stressed during the White Lotus twist. Have I talked to Ava? No, she hasn't reached out to me. And I have like 5 million DMs, and I don't have one from her, so. Kelly gets a pass just because of her vote, LOL. That's so funny. True. Ava followed me on IG. Yeah, I know, and I followed her back. It's hard to see who follows me, though.
So Ava is, I think, following people on IG.
It really is. I keep getting a lot of follows every day, and so it's hard to see that. Will took Kelly out to dinner. I know. I ran into Kelly right before I left, and I gave her a big hug. I saw her boyfriend, Corey, which I'm glad. I said, Corey, I'm glad you're real. Because I wasn't sure if he was real or not on the show sometimes. Kelly's been very gracious after the show, guys. I think maybe she was a certain way on the show. And yeah. Do I think this season will be close like the others? No. No, I don't. Have I spoken to Morgan? Yeah, Morgan wished me a safe travels today.
So it appeared like Ashley was saying, hey, the Morgan fight isn't real. People are twisting our words, even though her and Amy made it seem like they definitely had some beef with Morgan. But now she's like, no, she wished me safe travels.
Did Mickey's aggressive whispers drive you as crazy as they did as live viewers? Maybe. I've spoken to Hannah, of course. That's my girl. Your house has Atlanta or Potomac. Ooh.
Okay, then I was like, all right, that's crossing into my housewives world, and we don't need to know that right now. We just need to get right to the tea, you guys. I'm trying to get you the clips to get right to the tea. So she's like, haven't heard from Ava. All right, but it doesn't seem like Ashley is holding any ill will toward Ava.
Have I spoken to Kelly? Yes.
Okay, I think this is the same one.
Hey.
Just double check that. Smash that like, you guys.
Kelly much better out of the house. Yeah, she's much better outside of the house. She's a whole new person.
She's a whole new person.
Put her back.
Kelly.
It's hard to see who follows me, though.
Okay, so it's hard for her to see who follows her, but Ava might, in fact, follow Ashley. But you know who are not following each other? Vince and Morgan. I checked both of their socials today, just doing my due diligence, just doing my research. Okay. And it appears that Vinny follows Lauren as well as his favorite player, Cody Cauliflower, but he does not follow Morgan. And this just leads me to believe that, in fact, he and Kelsey are still together, which the son, you know, we talked about this in my last live. The son caught them out running errands, and they looked pretty friendly. They didn't look, I know they were saying there's tension. I didn't see any tension in the video that the son put out. We can take a look at it again, but he follows Lauren and not Morgan, and Morgan does not follow him. So those of you who were hoping that maybe the cheat man's was going to live on, I knew it wasn't going to. I have to say, I did call this one. Vinny's also following Angela, Catherine, Zach, you know, Queen Janelle, Zay, Keanu, Tucker, a lot of Big Brother people, but not Morgan. It's like after everything, it just, something tells me he's back with his girlfriend and she's like, you better agree that we're not doing this. Or he's trying to get her back. I don't know, you guys. This is cuckoo. But if you search Morgan, there's only one Morgan that comes up in Vinny's follows. And it is not this. This is not our Morgan from Big Brother 27. Also, if you go to @_ model morgue, Vince also does not come up as someone she's following. And these two talked ad nauseum. Like they were constantly talking about, we're going to be best friends outside the house. We're going to be best friends. We had to hear this constantly. I'm his number one. She's my number one. We're number ones. We love each other. Option 1, option 2, option 3, option 69. You know, and now to have it just no contact. Apparently. They were the best of friends. And now nothing. You guys. Nothing. A big nothing burger. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Alex Max says, Model Morgue don't want a bomb. Don't want no bomb man. Yeah, they were both number 2. Technically. They're because Vinny had the number 1 with Lauren too, and the number 1 with Kelsey outside of the house. So, Perplex says, I guess it went back to option 86.
Boom. Roasted.
I guess it did. Best of friends or worst of enemies, Brandy Boo says. Danny says, Vince played her as it appears he does. All right. Alex Max said, thing 1 and thing 2. You know what, Pomegranate? You are going to get a gold star because I bet you too. If Morgan had won the game, that would be his lady. He would be following her, looking out for her. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Blair said, at least the worm with a mustache did not get $750,000. So he got $75,000. Evelyn says, wow, Vince is even worse than I thought. It is pretty shitty. But I mean, I will say this is what happens when you're in these situations with a cheater, pumpkin eater dude who's willing to disrespect his relationship of 7 years and try to gaslight the audience and gaslight her in his DRs. Don't expect him to be faithful to you in a friendship, in anything, in a business.
Bruh.
So we'll see. On the side with TLC says, Kelsey just wanted a return on her dollars. I'm telling you. Went to the bank and was like, pay me. I want half. All right. This is common law. I don't even think we have common law in California. I don't know. Feel free to correct me. Aisha said, Morgan knows about the veto switch plan to keep her on the block. I'm sure. Yes. And she knows even in the finale, finding out that Vince had even more final twos and just how much up until the last hours, minutes they were in the house, he kept denying that Lauren final two, that was ever a thing. Oh my God, that's crazy. When we know it was 100% a thing. And then in the finale, Lauren confirmed it. And then Vince was like, oh yeah, but Morgan was my number 1. But also I did have a final 2 with Lauren. No Love Island for them. It did look like that Arno Stew, like he was carrying a Wells Fargo account, like paperwork in his hand. So either it was a job application for Wells Fargo or it was him opening an account to put his $75,000 in there. So Christy says maybe Kelsey did tell him to flirt for the money. She was tired of picking up the dinner checks. But then why on social media did she say she didn't? That would make no sense. It would have just made sense for her to then on social media go, yeah, I did say that. She said, I did not. And before he left, we set very specific boundaries that he was well aware of. And this is out of the boundaries. So who knows how they're going to spin this now. But yeah, Naomi says, oh no, not Vinny work. Oh no.
I don't have any votes now.
I don't have any votes now. I don't have any number ones now. Michelle says, Jolene, I saw a video with Vince and Kelsey. She told him he better not speak to that Morgan girl again. Where is this video? Tag me on it. I haven't seen anything like that. If you have seen that video, please tag me. I've been looking all over for another update. And the only update I have with Vince and Kelsey is that Vince and Morgan don't follow each other on social media. Or it could be they're still in contact. Okay, I don't want to be too evil conspiracy theory, but they're just not following each other on social media to get people off the scent. But I don't know. Because like I said, he did look pretty chummy with Kelsey. And I had the video of them together, but I don't know if I still have it. And you know, the media was making it seem like it was so tense. It was ridiculously tense, but you tell me, we'll take another look. If you think this is tense or it looked pretty friendly. I mean, or maybe I'm just doing tense wrong. Maybe all the times I'm tense or I don't like someone, I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. But let's take a look here. From the US Sun again. Okay. Let's see if that will load here, you guys. Oops. Okay. All right. Give us the video. We don't need all these ants. Or we need to watch 15 seconds of this lady. Okay, so here's the video of them. They're like, hey, hi, how you doing? But no, I don't even, you're not my second choice, man. You're my first, Kelsey. You're great, man. And then she's like, all right, give me your wallet. I hope she's like, give me your wallet and give me the money. Hi, he looks kind of happy. And she's like, again, and he kind of makes eye contact with the paparazzi, so not helping the rumors that he called the paparazzi on himself. She gives him a little tap. He's laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, this looks like cheaters do prosper. He's about to grab her hand. And then he's like, do you have the car keys? What is going on here? Do you want me to punch this car window? I will, because that's how strong my love is. She's like, no, I just want you to get a full-time job and benefits. Okay? All right, look at, oh, does that look tense? That doesn't look tense to me. That does not look tense to me. As she scoots her hand on the waist. When I am very angry with someone, I do not touch their waist. I do not. And she's like, okay, stop wearing that fucking beanie. It's still like 90 degrees in LA. Take it off. Get a baseball hat. You're sweating. I can smell it. You drive. We'll pretend this is your car. All right. Then they get in the car. And then he's got froyo. I mean, you don't get froyo with someone you hate. Froyo is a very sacred treat that you can only enjoy with people you love. Okay? That's my opinion! But it doesn't look very tense. Looks like they might be trying to work things out, you guys. And you know what? Good luck. Godspeed. All the things. But why do they keep losing their keys? Why do they get to their car and all of a sudden they're just in mass confusion, these two? You're not going to leave your froyo in the car, sir. It's going to melt. Why did you put it in that way? They're spending a lot of time in a parking lot. Where are they going now? Okay. Well, that's all we know. Not this lady again. Please, lady, get out of here, beautiful woman. We don't need this right now. So that's the latest still on them. So we'll have to see if maybe Model Morgue, when she finally goes live, she will give us more clarity. He has 75K. Techno says that'll buy you quite a bit of froyo. And even LA froyo, Pinkberry, which is expensive. All right, which is some of the most expensive froyo, allegedly. Leeware says, even Morgan said Vince needed a shower and told him to wash his butt in the BB house. And also encouraged him to use a washcloth or loofah. Remember that? Because she was like, you wash with your hand, you just raw dog it with your hand. And he was like, yeah. She was like, no. She has not yet been live on Twitch, Jonathan, but she said there will be a Model Morgue Reacts video, I think, next week. And then she might go live and talk about this stuff. I don't know. But soon. Maybe. So we'll see. Skylar says, totally platonic. Everything's platonic. Everything's fine. And we're all platonic. All right. Let me see what else we got going on here. I feel like there's still so much to talk about. You guys, this is, as much as these people, only a few of them are talking, there's so much going on. All right. So we talked about that. And let me see if there's anything from this little snippet I got of Ashley on the night of the alleged bad vibes from Morgan. When her and Amy did a live, she got in her Uber and discussed this more. All right. And she started with at the end of the day. So, people mean business. Let's hear what she says.
At the end of the day, I won the competition. I won the HOH. We both had a fair shot at it, and, some people cannot, some people take things more serious than others. To me, it's just a game. And, I won, it is what it is. And I don't want to say more than that. I was disappointed. And she'll be okay eventually. At the end of the day, she lost the competition,
So you tell me if that sounds like they were okay and they were never beefing. When Ashley hit social media later to go, me and Morgan are fine. There's nothing wrong. This is a continuation to what her and Amy had said that same night on their live, with Morgan coming in, talking to Ashley kind of crazy, according to them, and giving off bad vibes. And she's like, at the end of the day, I won the competition and she didn't.
At the end of the day, she lost the competition, and we all wanted to win. We all wanted to win the game, right? We all came into the show wanting to win the game. And some people handle things better than others. That's all I'll say. I guess I was just trying to say, in real life, I would never let anybody talk to me crazy, period. No matter what your career is, no matter who you are. I just am the type of person who doesn't take, I don't take shit from anyone. I stand on business. And yes, thank you. Someone said she was always cutting you off. She cut me off a lot, especially the first few weeks. She overtalked me. She overtalked me.
That's at the end of the day. So a lot of people were speculating what this fight could have been about. Some people were saying that they thought they were fighting over Cam.
It's inappropriate.
Last season's Cam. Hold on, you guys. I got something in my eye. And other people, and then Ashley got word of this and she was like, oh my God, no, we're both single. I'm single. Why would I be fighting over a guy? He's single. Because we saw on the last live I did when she had her conversation with Chelsea, she was talking about being attracted to some of the dudes, at least 3 on Chelsea's cast, and how her cast was a bunch of uggos.
Boom. Roasted.
My words, not hers, but basically she wasn't impressed and wasn't attracted to her cast. And also, I mean, most of the men on her cast were either gay or in a relationship, besides like Adrian. She could pick from Adrian, Riley, Zay, or Zach. And I think she had a little crush on Zach. But then, he didn't have very nice things to say about her during the season or post-season, even though he's trying to be a clout demon on her now. So people were like, oh, what if it was over Cam? She shut that down, but it's clear, it seems pretty clear here that maybe there was some kind of game talk. Maybe Morgan, still processing, not getting in the final 2. Ashley maybe not taking her, losing the competition, and Ashley being like, well, I won fair and square. And Morgan wasn't going to take, Morgan was going to take Ashley. At first, she was going back and forth, but it seemed toward the end that she was not going to take Vince and she was going to take Ashley. So maybe Morgan feels, who knows? But it seems like it's over game instead of over a guy, hopefully, because oh my God, this season with the, Morgan versus Lauren, it's like, for Vinny? For what? No.
It's inappropriate.
Oh, thank you. So they're still processing their feelings. But the fact that Ashley went live and said that they were, there was some kind of like situation and they weren't getting along. And then people picked up on that because she said it. And then she went, no, people are taking it out of context. Well, I don't know if we took it out of context. Yes, Adrian is like, I honestly think Adrian was not good casting from his audition or his intro tape, his intro interview. It seemed like he was going to be annoying, but play the game really hard. And then he got in the house and he was just like, what the flip? And he really didn't do much. And then postseason, he's everywhere. And he's still trying to push forth the stuff about the bread. Dude, nobody knew anything about the bread except for like the episode you were evicted when they showed us an edit of you having a date with bread. It's like they needed to give him a shtick. And now he's still rolling with the bread joke. Like he just keeps doing the bread joke. And we're like, no one associates you with bread. No, that's not a thing. It's not going to stick. Knock it off, buddy. And he's everywhere. Like right now he is in Texas where he saw Keanu. Keanu's been keeping a pretty low profile too. Keanu's really doing this postseason right, you guys. All right. Here's him and Adrian. Now, there was an Amazing Race screening that Kat Dunn and her boyfriend hosted that Keanu went to. I don't know if Adrian was at that or if he went to Texas specifically to see Keanu, or if there were some events, because there's quite a few Big Brother, Amazing Race people that live in like the Dallas. I know Texas is a huge state, so I don't want to be like, around that area. Like it's huge. But, we have Kat, we have Keanu, we have what's her face, Shakudri. Why I always forget her name. Apologies to her from last season. So, and there's even more people that live in Texas. And so they had a watch party, but Adrian seems to be everywhere where these people are. He is just like, where are you going to be next? And first it was him with the pre-jury and then near Ashley. And then he was going live and he posts that on his, obviously he can't post it on his TikTok because those lives go away, but he then posts those on his YouTube channel. And here he is hanging out with Keanu. Brooklyn. Oh, why can't I ever remember Brooklyn's name? Sorry for no disrespect, Brooklyn. I literally forget. And it's like not a difficult name to remember. All right. So, but Adrian is making his way around. Yeah, she was going to be the first married mother. Married mother. I do too, Buffy. I really want to hear, I love your name, by the way. I really want to hear Rachel's take. So far, Rachel she posted like a little TikTok response to someone posting the video on the feeds of her and Morgan when she was like, I am not going to jury, Morgan. You're not sending me to jury, Morgan. Morgan, you're not sending me to jury. And then she ended up being first in jury. Oh, poor Rachel. So she kind of did like a silly response to that. But other than that, she hasn't went live either. It seems like Adrian, Jimmy, and Ashley are the most active on social media. Mickey's active too. Mickey has been in some lives talking about it, but really she's been answering like on her TikTok. She's been answering questions about production and, you know, what they can bring in the house and kind of those. It hasn't been too messy, but it seems like she's still not really a fan of Morgan. So we'll see if that ever develops into a friendship. I mean, even Ashley is struggling with Mickey right now, I think, as well. Yes, P.S. says Adrian is offensively boring. Like, I'm sorry. But yeah, he is. He's very vanilla. He really was filming them playing like beer pong and go, you guys want to watch this? No, we don't. No, thank you. No, thank you. But yeah. Yeah, Morgan's posting, but she's not going live. She's not really addressing a ton of specifics, just that she's taking time for herself and she'll be out soon. But yeah, I guess there's the bread. Very white bread. Very. So a lot still going on there. But Keanu, like I said, he's really, a lot of them are focusing on their cameos. Keanu's been doing cameos. It seems he's back, you know, he's back with his friends. He's talking about which content he can be putting out, possibly doing some Dungeons and Dragons thing. He also asked, he's been asking his followers what the next show he should be on is. And overwhelmingly people were like, The Challenge. I voted Survivor. I was like, go on Survivor. I think he would be pretty good at Survivor. Well, okay, why not? Just try Survivor. Because I don't really watch The Challenge anymore. That's why I said that. But he also was saying he might watch the episodes and react to them on his YouTube channel, which I don't even know what his YouTube channel is. However, a lot of people were like, don't waste your time. Ashley said that too. And people were like, don't waste your time because the episodes really don't. If you're not watching the feeds, you're really not. You don't get to see what's really going on in the house. It's not a good grasp of how the season really went. And I know they all lived it, but just reacting to the episodes, I mean, it might be interesting. But yeah, Sincere says, Morgan is unbothered. She's a mother. I mean, she's just taking the time to herself. And I think her and Keanu are kind of doing it right. Like, as much as I appreciate Ashley going live and sharing stuff with us and spilling, it's great. For her own mental, I think if she keeps up at the pace she was, just like going live, it's going to catch up to her. And it's going to be a mess she probably doesn't want to have to clean up. But feel free to keep telling us about stuff, but also protect your peace and don't listen to everyone in the comments because they might just be inciting more drama. But, you know, I'll consume it. I can't fake the funk. I'm definitely going to consume the drama. Okay. What else do we got going on here? Yeah, she's riding that winner's high. She wants to hear from the people. And I get it. But it is disheartening sometimes to watch and see people completely lying to her in the live chat. And she's like, they said that? What? And people are like, no, that's not true. And she's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't react to that right now. And it's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't. All right, I think I have another video here. Like I said, so much going on. All right. Let me, hopefully I have it here, you guys. Okay, that one we already went over. Will is back home. His lovely wife, his chocolate drop, posted a bunch of great pictures on her account with house guests at the finale party. But a lot of this cast did go home. It was mostly the pre-juror clout demons that didn't go home and that were trying to milk it, you know? But for the most part, I think everyone is back home. Okay, maybe I don't have the rest of Ashley's TikTok live. Let me look for it here, you guys. Smash that like if you haven't already. Are we at 1,000 likes yet? Let me know. Also, April, I saw you gifted, but thank you for becoming a member. Very sweet of you. Thank you for the support. I know I screen grabbed it. Ugh. Like I said, there's so many lives that I'm like, what? I can't even keep up. All right, maybe I saved Kentucky. Now I have to talk about another big BB26 rumor. You guys put it in the chat if you know what I'm about to talk about, because it's so crazy. I don't want to believe it. You know. Also, Ashley confirmed she will be doing a deep dive with Tehran, aka Taryn. This cast is really struggling knowing who Taryn from Rob Has a Podcast is and pronouncing his name. So they have convinced Ashley, you need to go live with Taryn and do a deep dive. And she's like, yes, you guys, I'm going to go with Tehran. Not Tehran. Not Tehran. But, you know, she'll learn his name, hopefully, when she's doing her deep dive. And it'll be really interesting to see Ashley's deep dive, because I think there's so many skeptics of her game. And she has a lot of haters when it comes to whether she whether she deserves to win or not. So I think her and Taryn sitting down and going through her game, will that change people's opinion? Let me know in the live chat or the comment section. Will it change your opinion? Or are you just set on Ashley didn't do shit? Because there's quite a few people. I see it in my comment section. People are like, she doesn't deserve it. Thank you, Christy, for becoming a member. Appreciate that. It's Tucker T. It's Tucker T. Okay, so first let's just we're gonna listen to a little bit of this Ashley. I know we're at 1:40, but it's Friday. Grab another drink, you guys. All right. My Celsius is kicking in. So I'm like, you know what? Let's party. Let's have a good time. So, and then we'll get to the alleged Tucker T and rumors. All right, you guys. So here's Ashley's. We saw a couple clips that I had, but I thought I had a shorter version, but we'll just kind of skip around because I think there's some more tea in this. So let me know if you can hear the audio on this. Give me a thumbs up.
I could barely fit my hair in the
Wait.
ponytail.
On Twitter and saying,
Is Morgan?
Oh, I think she has something playing in her background.
Like Cam? I don't know. That's none of my business.
So someone just, does Morgan like Cam? And she's like, I don't know. It's none of my business. Oops, I just messed it up. Joleen, come on.
You're spinning it. No. I am single. She is single. Like what? Fighting over like what? Who? Like no.
It was so meaningful that there was
Absolutely not. That is false. False. They're definitely spinning the Chelsea live. You guys don't even know what we were talking about, respectfully. You were not talking about that at all. Like, guys, what? Who from last season is your type? There was a few people last season that were my type. There were a few people from last season who I like, guys, what? Who from last season?
Welcome back to the season finale of Big
So
Brother.
wow, oh yeah, so while she's doing this live, she's trying to watch the finale of Big Brother because she hasn't watched any other episodes, but she thought, I'll watch the finale.
A while since they left the Big Brother house. Please say hello to Zay.
Yeah, I'm like I said, it wasn't about Morgan. Yeah, you guys are spinning it. No. No. Somebody please circulate this live and screen record it to clarify them up on Twitter that no man to be fought. Like what? I'm single. I have many men in my DMs right now. That's the tea.
Zach, let me start with you. What strikes you the most?
Yeah, the first thing was going on Twitter and saying,
Is Morgan like him? I don't know. That's none of my business. I mind my business. She might. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, let's take
You know?
an official count.
Doesn't matter to
Raise
me.
your hand if you had a final two
Doesn't
deal
matter to me.
with Vince. We got
If you repeat something multiple times, it probably matters to you. That's all I'm saying.
Kelly.
Twitter's saying you and Morgan are on good terms and that pre-jurors are being weird. Yes, me and Morgan are on good terms. I think we haven't really talked much. She did text me wishing me a safe flight, but we haven't really talked. Pre-jurors are being weird toward Morgan. Yes, that is correct.
So Ashley confirming that, yes, pre-jurors are being very rude toward Morgan. Those hating ass pre-jurors. Check yourself.
A lot of people on our cast, I guess, didn't really like Morgan, but who cares? I think, you know, at the end of the day, Morgan played a damn good game. And so maybe some people are jealous.
It's like, who cares what Zach, Riley, Kat, Jimmy, who else is Zay? Who cares?
Of her game. When do I get the money? Well, I don't want to share that, but I will say I haven't gotten it yet.
Now, she did share it in an Uber, though. But she won. And so I highlighted a comment, but when she did her live in the Uber, she was like, yeah, at the end of the day, I won fair and square and I won $750,000. And people were like, don't say that in public.
Morgan and Lauren were my
What I did on winter
two.
season, yes.
Riley,
John, are you saying that Ashley? Yes. Here's the real tea, you guys. The three guys from last season who Ashley thought were hotties were Joseph, Quinn, and Kenny.
No.
Yeah, Julie, that's the truth. Allegedly. Obviously, allegedly.
was my day one, but when it came down to it, Morgan and Riley, I
Ashley,
choose Morgan because she
Kenny is
fought for me
married,
more,
okay?
and I saw who was
Leave
going
him
to bat
alone.
for me, so I would say Morgan was my number one overall by far.
Kenny the
Okay,
cop.
the rest of the
Kenny
five
the
of you,
cop.
sorry,
You remember him, Allison? The cop. He's like, I miss
You
my
were
wife.
aligned with
Will you and Vince ever
Morgan,
reconnect? Guys, we were never friends.
both alliance,
I hate to break it to you.
apart.
We were never
When
friends.
Vicky became HOA,
She said, will you and Vinny reconnect? So I wasn't that dude's friend. I don't even know him like that.
and the two women started to doubt you. Tell me, Jolene,
Zach, that
how you
$100 got evicted. Yeah, I know.
Things
Huh, he lost.
You were evicted on her HOH.
Yeah, I mean, like we've talked. And
Have I watched
the
BB27
indicators
season?
are
No.
strong, right? But at the end of the day, I do think that
You're surprised about how they ended you. I have no idea how they ended me because I've only watched.
Of using people's HOHs to make moves that she would have made, which is really smart because you get to make the move without taking a lot of the fall.
And then Ashley pauses because I think she checks her phone while she's live. So there's a few times.
Mickey looks good. Catherine looks amazing. Jimmy looks fire. I know my girl Amy's eating it up. I never saw Catherine's dress. Catherine looks absolutely stunning. I love that dress. I love Mickey's dress as well.
A really good game. I'm surprised to not see you in those final two shares. And I think you did a good job. What you did is powerful. You ran people's HOHs. You ran a lot of Vince's HOHs, and you did that without having
No,
to cover
Ashley
yourself
didn't really
before
say.
coming in
I was
and doing
we're
it. So,
kidding. Ashley really didn't say Kenny and Quinn. She hasn't specified, but I think it's Cam, Tucker, Cedric who she thinks are hotties. But I like to think it's Quinn, Joseph, and Kenny the cop.
hats off to you.
We're in the journey.
They're fun.
You know, I was gonna take that triple threat to the finals. I really was.
Have you seen the judges edit? No.
In an alliance,
Was it cringe to watch Vince crash out in person? Yes.
Is it cringe to watch Vince crash out in person? She's like, yes, very much.
I don't have any votes now.
We know, Vince, but Morgan is, you should be nicer to Morgan, Vince, because she gave you a pity vote. You could have lost 7-0, but you lost 6-1. Thanks to Morgan.
Real alliance for you.
What was the food situation? We got groceries every single week, a lot of groceries. Morgan, Mickey, and Rachel cook. Mostly Mickey and Rachel.
It was really hard.
That's it. Rachel was an amazing cook. Oh my gosh. So was Mickey. And honestly, Morgan threw down as well. She made this pesto pasta that was fire. Her breakfast potatoes are good. She also made blueberry pancakes. They were really good.
Weeks now. Where does this relationship stand, Catherine?
Well,
I'm back in New York. Yeah. Someone said I should go live on it every night. Okay.
Just hanging out, just giving it him, and it was great. So.
Riley, what do you have to say about this relationship?
Right? I remember her saying that too.
I don't like Riley's mustache.
Nobody does, girl. It's gross.
Sweetest heart in this one time.
Just like him. Oh, God. I forgot Riley also went live. Oh, I forgot about that, you guys. I blocked it out of my memory. Riley went live like from his yard and a wasp landed on him and you would have thought his town was getting bombed. He was like, ah! And he ran. And his dad was like, are you live? He's like, yeah. And people were just like in the chat going, are you the father? Do you have a baby? Ask these questions. He's like, well, I better get going, guys. He wasn't live for very long. He's like, thanks for the support. Thanks for you guys are sending me stuff. Thanks for the otter. Thanks for the beaver. Thanks for the weaver. Thanks for the paternity test emoji. And yeah, it was cringe. I'm like, sir, I can't bring myself. I don't think I follow him yet on TikTok. And I know if I need these updates, I should, but I saw it after the fact because someone screen grabbed it. And I'm like, I just don't want to see this man. And he does look ridiculous. And his mustache looks ridiculous. And yeah, but people were asking him lots of questions that he won't answer. So it's like, what's the point of going live if you're not going to answer the questions we really want? Because eventually people are just going to stop following you and move on.
Oh, Riley said she's the sweetest heart. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Catherine, I know she talked shit about me during the season, and so did I to her. But by the end of the season, I really did like her. I really did like her.
All right, and I'm going to turn back to Morgan because on premiere night, you all learned that the mastermind had an accomplice inside the house.
Allegedly,
And
he might have
just in
two
the day,
kids.
Morgan, you
Might
were
have one, he
trying
might
to
have
figure
two.
out who it was. Who do you think?
He won't
I'm
confirm.
visiting DC soon. I need to fix my teeth.
I thought it was my girl Eva.
GC, my teeth shifted a lot because I lost.
Remember, she didn't bring her retainer. She lost it. She had Invisalign. I remember that.
Nobody knew it was
conversation on the
Amy.
feed.
I requested a retainer in an episode. Oh my!
This evening, it was revealed that
It worked.
Dr. Will Kirby was
Rachel knew. Yeah, me and Rachel knew. She told me and Rachel week 1. I kept that secret the whole way through.
Oh, that Amy was the mastermind. Didn't we see that in an episode that she told Rachel and Ashley, or am I just imagining this? Or did we see it on the feeds? Yeah, he should do a live gender.
Are you going to work at another law firm? No. I want to really pursue entertainment opportunities like acting, singing, Broadway, TV hosting, MCing, all of that. But I have a conversation with Mickey. Guys, yes, I would love to. I loved Mickey as a person. I just thought I didn't like the stuff that she did. It really bothered me.
So her and Mickey, not necessarily talking, but she says she will have a conversation with her eventually because Ashley has said, multiple times before this that she thinks her and Mickey will be friends on the outside. And Mickey has said she treated Ashley like a little sister, but they definitely have stuff to talk about. So hopefully they can work it out. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
But I did see a video where I'm a Wicked fan. Yes.
Also, Ashley's a really good singer. So it doesn't surprise me that she wants to go into entertainment.
As a game perspective, you all can appreciate the efforts that I put in.
Thank you, Vince. Rachel, you have the next
Look at this poor girl is yawning.
Question. Wait.
Ashley,
I must have rewinded too much. Hold on. I just want to get to the votes and see the end of the show. The mastermind thing was so long. It was too much.
Yes, it was.
At some point, Mickey seemed irritated by you. Did you feel her vibes towards you? Absolutely. She was irritating me. She would talk to me crazy.
She did talk to Ashley crazy. I think Mickey did. I think Mickey talked down to Ashley. And we saw that on the live feeds. And she really thought she knew more than Ashley. Meanwhile, Ashley is in a whole alliance that Mickey knows nothing about. And doing so much more.
She didn't like you. Don't trust Mickey or Zach. No, I didn't. I don't think Mickey liked me. And honestly, a lot of the time I didn't like her. I said it. I'm sorry. I'm messy. Was Keanu actually misogynistic in the house? Yes, but Keanu does have a good heart. Mickey did change a lot when she was HOH. Do I like Zach? Not romantically.
Do I like Zach? Not romantically. I don't know if they asked romantically. How's my audio? Is my audio coming in low? Hopefully it's not. Sometimes when I turn my head when I'm watching these things, it'll be low. But give me a thumbs up if it's okay. When she says not romantically, it's like, but I will tell you, watching the feeds, it did look like she had a little crush on Zach. It definitely did. It's low. That's weird. All right. How are we doing now, guys? Is it a little better? It's okay? Okay. We'll keep going.
Did I see Mickey take credit for my ideas? She did it. One time she did it in front of me, which was really awkward. And I called her out. I was like, that wasn't your idea. That was my idea.
So weird.
Mickey is scary out of nowhere. Yeah, she was. She was really scary. Zach kept saying he didn't like me. That's fine. I didn't like him at points too. He was really annoying. He would always be like, But I did like him overall as a person. I did like Zach overall as a person. I thought he was a good person. I did. Now, whether I'm right, I don't know. Look, I might be wrong, but I really did think Zach was a good person. I did. I think he comes from a great family. His sister seems awesome. He always said he used to remind him of his sister. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep it cute and classy. Even if he is all the things you guys are saying. He talked bad about me on his live today. What'd he say?
See how people are just stirring the pot in her live chat?
Cedric and Leah?
Okay, hopefully I fixed my audio, you guys, and hopefully it's not as low and you can hear me more. But people are just leaving so many comments stirring the pot. So I'm like, just be careful, Ashley. Ariel, thank you so much for the super chat. Ariel says, LOL, we love some good-hearted misogyny, don't we? Just love it.
Cedric and Leah are dating? Eva's water was there for 50 days. Shoot, maybe. It had mold in it. Guys, it was like a moldy lemon water, and it exploded onto me. It was so gross. Keanu seemed really cool and chill. He was. He just had moments. We all do. Zach didn't go live. Didn't believe them. Okay, so they're lying to me. LOL. Astrian, no. Who have I kept in contact the most so far? Rachel, Amy. That might be it as far as who I've kept in contact with. Oh, Gwen, Will's wife. I want to talk to Will more, but I know he's trying to enjoy his time with his wife, and I have to let him do that. That's really it. Those are the only three from the cast I really have been talking to.
Next, who will walk away with a $750,000 grand prize? Stay with us.
Keanu refused to believe in women the entire season. It was actually wild. Yeah. He really thought I was slow, guys. But you know what? That just means that my game was good. Who I'm keeping up with the most, I've been talking to the most. Taylor, Rachel, Chelsea, Amy, Cam. Oh, you know who I also loved from last season?
Cam. So we got a Cam confirm. But allegedly they're not fighting over Cam. All right. We're not doing that, you guys. We got 494 likes, over 1,000 people watching. Let's see if we can hit that 1,000 like. Just tap that like real quick for me, you guys. Free way to support the channel. Thank you so much.
Leah. Loved Leah. Leah from last season. Love her. Oh, I love Rubina. I love Blue.
Blue. Okay. Shout out.
Will and good relationship goals. They are. I'm like obsessed with them, and I hope they come to New York soon, and I can hang out with them because I'm obsessed with them.
What's the secret to peak health?
Has Ava hung out with the cast? No, I think she went home. I haven't talked to Ava. She hasn't reached out to me. I'm gonna let her hang out with her man. Nicolandria from Love Island. No, are they together?
I love how she reacts to Love Island because I watched this season of Love Island. She's like, oh my God, Nicolandria's together?
Are Nick and Landry together? I haven't finished Love Island. I need to binge it.
Yes, girl.
It's Lacra season, baby. Lacra changes the results.
Congratulations. There's a vet twist like Rachel. Who do you think could be the one for later? Oh, I think Tiffany from the Cookout season would be great.
She's going to be on Traders this next season. Tiffany Mitchell.
Nick and Landry are together?
I thought that was so funny. They're together? Because if you watch Love Island, you know what she's talking about. You're like, what do you mean? How did that come about? Huh? And if she stopped watching at a certain point, it would make no sense that they're together. But then if you kept watching, you're like, oh, okay.
Shut up! Wait, I'm gagged. I know Kitty cheated. I did see that. Oh my gosh. I did not know Nick and Landry are together. I'm freaking out. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Who won Love Island? Pepe and Iris dated? Wait, what? Guys, Kenny was a racist? How? Wasn't he dating a black girl? Amaya won? Wait, guys, I am finding out so much stuff.
The winner of Big Brother 27. Vince and Ashley, I'm about to reveal the jury's votes.
Pepe cheated on Iris. I didn't even know they were
$750,000, and the runner-up, $75,000. One at a time, I will pull the keys.
I always find out so much stuff on live. Sierra got expelled. Okay, I did hear that.
Big Brother, you will need
Iris is with TJ?
to win.
Shut up! Guys, I'm gagged. Oh my gosh, I love Love Island. Okay, guys, the votes are getting casted right now.
Ava has cast her vote for Ashley. Keanu has cast his vote
Keanu for
also
Ashley.
for Ashley. 2 votes Ashley.
Oh, look at my face. I look
Watch your
nervous.
Vince.
I knew I was going to win, but when I got Keanu's vote, I was like, oh, I think I won the game. Oh, Lauren voted for me. Oh my gosh, Vince looks so disturbed.
Vince was disturbed.
God.
I still love that moment so much.
Oh,
I don't have any votes now.
oh, God. Wait, I want to cry. Oh, I look so happy. That was like the best moment.
I know.
Oh, the confetti. Guys, I had confetti in my boobs and my legs. It was everywhere. Oh, my dad. Oh, look at the tears in my eyes. Look at the tears in Rachel's eyes. Oh,
No, Rachel was
Rachel's literally crying.
like a
She's so,
proud mother.
oh, I know, right? Oh. Oh my gosh. Look at everybody so happy. Oh. Kat was so weird towards me in the house. I know, guys. But I'm trying to take everything with a grain of salt.
She paused it again.
Oh. My eyes. Look at the tears in Rachel. Oh, I look so.
Oops, I went backwards. Sorry, guys.
Oh. Has Rachel sent me adoption papers? Oh, I would love to be adopted. Just kidding. I love my mommy, but Leah publicly called him a clout demon. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. That is absolutely mad. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are beefing again? Wait, what?
She's finding out about everything going on in pop culture and the real world. And it's pretty funny.
Allegedly. Ashley, they were all so awful about you. Damn. I think they were just jealous, guys. I do. Because day one, I was one of the most liked people in the house. Which, as you guys saw, Jimmy chose me to compete in the HOH because he really trusted me and really liked me. Day one, I was probably one of the more popular people in the house. And then by day two, literally went all the way to the bottom. And I feel like everyone just hopped on the bandwagon. Kat said after the show she didn't like you. Oh, like in an interview? Well, she was kissing my ass the other day, so.
The fact that Ashley reads all the comments. Well, she was kissing my ass the other day, so they're all kissing your ass, Ashley. But just beware. Just be weary and leery of some of these clout demons.
She literally DM'd me. She was like, here's my number. So she really did say that then. Kelly prayed on my downfall. Oh, girl, I know. I didn't clock that. I've been clocked that.
Welcome back to the season finale of Big Brother. Just for the record, both Will and Rachel also voted for
Right, board.
Ashley. So
It is like
won
being in a
6-1.
coma. You're like, what? Oh my God.
That was an easy question.
The person who received the most votes will take
Okay, so she said in an interview after the show that she didn't like me.
top 3 vote getters in no particular order are
That's fine.
Rachel, Keanu, and
Someone said Kat didn't say that. Yeah, like, I don't know what's true and what's not. What was harder, law school or Big Brother? Law school.
Duh. Why would they ask her that? Of course it's law
I'd be
school.
down to play an all-star season, yeah.
Congratulations, Keanu!
Aw, Keanu. I'm happy for him. I am. I'm happy for him. 50 grand, pretty good. Lauren said she loved my gameplay. I love Lauren. Guys, I genuinely do. Like, anything I ever said about her was game related. Like, I talked about her social game. And that was because, listen, I would just trust your friends and family, then watch the clips on Twitter yourself. People lie here. Okay, that's true. I like that. Keanu deserved a peek. Guys, I don't know. I really thought Rachel would win that. And I was really surprised that she didn't.
So did I, girl. So did I.
But yeah, I really like Lauren, guys. I really do. So she did say things about me. Look, we all did on the show. But I really did feel like Lauren was really sweet. Lauren was the one telling Adrian you're being aggressive, and she was scared of me. I was never aggressive to Lauren, literally ever. I actually wanted to work with Lauren. Like, I tried to work with Lauren multiple times, and she just never wanted to work with me, really. She just only wanted to work with Vince, which was the downfall of her game. Paparazzi following Vince. Babe, I don't believe for a second any paparazzi were following Vince. I think Vince called the paparazzi. Okay? There is no paparazzi following a second place Big Brother winner.
Oh, Ashley, tell him. That's my opinion. They're just like, I think Vince called paparazzi himself. There's no one following a second place Big Brother winner.
Respectfully, there's no paparazzi following a first place Big Brother winner. Respect.
I mean, she got a point. I mean, the cheat man's was news. It did make the blogs in his defense, but yeah, the more I watch it, the more I'm like, this is a little stagey.
Respectfully, to me, like, that's just not the case. 100% someone related to Vinny or Vinny himself called the paparazzi. Like, let's just be real. Let's just keep it a buck. Like,
this is like some Real Housewives level, calling the paparazzi on themselves and getting called out.
Like, guys. What did Vince say to me when the votes were being read? He said something like, I think you won by a landslide, something like that.
He said this.
I don't have any phones now.
That's what he said to her, you guys.
From Illinois, yes, I am. Do you think Vince cheated on his girlfriend? No, but I think he emotionally cheated on her for sure. I think he emotionally cheated on her. I think he really did. I think he was really into Morgan. I don't know how Morgan actually felt about him.
And she hasn't even seen all of the conversations and all of the touching in the HOH room. And him removing the pillow barrier. And rubbing on her, so.
But I definitely felt that Vince was super into Morgan. Nikki told everyone that you just wanted to make jury. Like, girl, bye.
I think her and Mickey will be friends. I just do. I don't think Mickey and Morgan will be friends. I don't think they will. We'll see.
They seem like Morgan like Vince. That's not my place to share that. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to answer that. Time for bed. I know I do. And I need to take an actual shower. Lauren agreed with Vince every time. Yeah, I know. Have you seen the memes of you having a phone in the DR because your reads were so accurate? I wish I had a phone.
I don't think she understands the phone reference.
Kenny said he didn't like black women. He expected more money from it and couldn't wait to be single. Oh my gosh.
More Love Island spoilers.
Oh my gosh. That man is crazy and diabolical. What the heck? I cut myself the last day. Do you see that? It hurts. Am I back home? Yes. Will I be in stream with Morgan? I don't know if she wants me to be. I'd love to stream with her. Guys, I really like Morgan. Like, everybody is saying, like, trying to pit us against each other. Like, and whoever's saying that there was some beef with a guy with Morgan, like that, like, I'm single. Like, I don't know where that came from. That is absolutely not the case. There is no beef over any man. Like, that is not true. What man would it even be? Like, what? I just got out the house. How I got a man and I just got out the house? Make that make sense. Like, what?
They were saying can.
What show would I like to be on next? Ooh, maybe Traders. Because of my live with Chelsea. Yeah, but I didn't even really say anything. I think people just were trying to put pieces together that don't even match.
That's why you and Chelsea should not go live and be all cryptic and texting each other, because people are just going to read into that. Like, don't go live and talk about something unless you really want to talk about it, or people are going to speculate.
Like, it was like 5 different puzzles and they're trying to put it together and it didn't add up. No, me and Morgan are not beefing. As far as the other night, yes, I felt that the energy was off. But I have a feeling that it's just, this whole thing is hard for her. I think she's probably getting hate from Cheat Matt scandal or whatever. I think anybody who loses anything is going to be a little, sad. And I think she just needs time. And I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot for all of us. So, yeah, I think
she just needs time.
There's no beef with me and Morgan. There really isn't. I know you guys want there to be it. And maybe some other people in my lives obviously said, other things. But let's keep in mind, I didn't say anything. My face when somebody said something about Morgan was like this. Like, I didn't say anything.
Well, you said, oh, I'm scared. But you did say that the vibes were off and you didn't like the way she spoke to you.
So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. But yes, there is no beef with me and Morgan. I love Morgan. I really wanted to be friends with her after the show. I love her family to pieces. I think she has the best family ever. I think she comes from an amazing background. My parents love her family. My parents love Morgan and her family. I think it's difficult when you're coming out of a bubble. And yeah, Morgan deserves the world. And I hope she gets it. Period.
Yeah, be friends, ladies.
Nikki told everyone I didn't care about the game. LOL. That's obviously not true. Because
well, I don't want to but that was the kind of game that Ashley was playing. So for Mickey to say, hey, I don't think she cares, I think that's just again showing that Ashley's game was effective. She wanted to be seen as non-threatening and dumb, and she didn't, know what was going on. So that's probably why Mickey thought that. I also think there was a lot of talk, as we remember, inside the house of Ashley already, Vince was like, she already has money, man. And she lives in New York. And I think she talked about her apartment and people were like, she doesn't deserve it. And again, it's Big Brother. Even if you come in with money, that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to win. You don't have to be broke to play Big Brother or to deserve to win Big Brother.
If you watch the live feeds, you saw I worked my ass off every single day.
I mean, it probably is better to get broke people because they'll be a little more desperado. But, all economic, parties are welcome.
To elevate my game, to make moves, get certain people out. Wall comp was super hard. Oh my gosh. We were all in so much pain after wall comp. My neck still really, really hurt. I was feeling really nauseous. So well,
this is where she starts to get tired.
Have I spoken to Kelly? Yes. Guys, you know what's funny? I actually kind of like Kelly. I know we didn't like each other in the show, but after the show, she's been very lovely.
And then we saw the tweet we talked about. 4 hours later.
What was the slap made of a lot and everything?
I don't love her.
Love your camera talks. Thank you.
Can you give Ashley?
Wait, your dad said she was
media training. We need this.
Having delusions or paranoia. Is she okay? Can you not talk about stuff based on your NDA? What was your biggest shock when you got out of the Beaver house? Riley.
Her biggest shock was Riley.
Kelly much better out of the house. Yeah, she's much better outside of the house. She's a whole new person. I think she must have just been annoying for the cameras because she's a very sweet girl.
It's true, DGF.
Oh, Kelly said she's annoying on purpose. That makes sense. What do I think of the White Locust twist? I hated it.
We all did.
I hated it. I had anxiety. I was stressed. I don't even have anxiety, and I was super stressed during the White Lotus twist. Have I talked to Ava? No, she hasn't reached out to me. And I have 5 million DMs, and I don't have one from her, so. It really is. I keep getting a lot of follows every day, and so it's hard to see that. Others, no. Safe travels today.
All right, let's fast forward just a little and see if there's anything else.
Did Mickey's aggressive whispers drive you as crazy as they did as live? Atlanta. As much as I'm I know Mickey's talked shit about me, I know all the things, I still feel obligated to speak up when something doesn't feel right. And calling someone aggressive.
So here's where she starts speaking to the microaggressions in the chat because people are saying Mickey was aggressive, which I wouldn't label Mickey aggressive. I don't know. So Ashley's speaking to this, like, I don't feel comfortable labeling her aggressive.
Feels wrong. I don't know. It feels wrong. It feels like an ethnic, I don't know. I don't necessarily know if that was the right word. I don't know what the right word for Mickey is. Maybe passive aggressive is better. Yeah, I think that might be better.
Not passive aggressive.
I just don't really like the word aggressive, honestly. I think just like messy, jealous. I think those might be better words. Mickey legit hated you. Probably the most out of anyone in the house. You know what? And that's fine. And she was crying, though, when she thought that I was going to be the one leaving at the top of the stairs. So who knows? I don't really care. I really don't, guys.
Yeah, she had HOH.
I feel like me and a few people had like love-hate relationships.
I feel like Mickey was blinded by, she really thought America liked Riley, and they don't. And that's honestly why I think she was being so nice to him. I don't think Riley really appealed to Mickey. Maybe he did. But it sounds like from what Jimmy said, they all thought Riley was like America's favorite player. So they all might have been kissing his ass a little bit. But once that twist happened and she took the HOH, I was like, yes, get it, Mickey. And then she used it to take out Jimmy and like save Riley, even though he was going to target her. It made no sense. And then she wanted this close relationship with Riley and Catherine. I'm like, what?
Come to Costa Rica. Ooh, I would love to. Did the house smell bad? Yeah. Some parts of the house did smell bad.
Yeah, it was a mix.
Hi, Matthew. I hated when she would physically, wait, I missed it. What did she say? When she would physically grabs or push you around, I know. At times, Mickey did love you like a sister. At times, she didn't. Yeah, that I believe. And that's exactly how I felt about her. Honestly. There are times I really didn't love her, and there's times I really did. Mickey in the Bible is hypocritical. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No comment. Is you know what I'm saying a real life habit? Not really. Rachel was not a bully. I'll defend her down. She was not a bully.
Thank you. Oh my God. It's so annoying seeing all these comments. I'm like, who did Rachel bully? She bullied no one. I know some of these kids wanted to label her a bully, but she was not in fact a bully at all. And Brendan came forward and he was like, I'm tired of like strong women getting labeled a bitch or bully. Because Julie Chen, you do no service to the fans, to the show that you barely pay attention to as the host, going and doing interviews, blaming Morgan for the cheat mance, and then calling Ashley and Rachel mean girls. Like, girl, oh my God. I am so tired of Julie Chen. Ma'am, we need a new host.
How was I feeling when Vinny crashed on the HOH? Uncomfortable. Sending love from Alabama. Hey, from Alabama. Makeup tutorial. I would love to do one. Vince's comments about my feet. What comments about my feet? What?
People are like, Vince made comments about your feet. I don't know. I don't remember that. Maybe he did. But they're like, Vince's comments about your feet. What comments? Are people just saying stuff now?
My feet? I'm confused.
Not her feet. I think someone was like, did you go to Foot Finder and see your foot score?
People are lying. Okay, good. I thought so. I was like, feet? What? I have very clean, nice feet. Make it a thing to go live on TikTok. Okay. I can do that. I think I'm going to go to bed soon. It's 6 a.m. Do I still talk to Will? He really loved you. I love Will. I hope we can talk more. I'm obsessed with Will. I'm obsessed with Gwen. I know he's trying to spend time with his chocolate drop. I'm getting really tired.
All right. So that was most of, I don't think she's had an IG or a TikTok live since this one. That's the last one that I saw because she's traveling. Right? I agree. I just think we need a new host at this time. Julie Chen is just, Not the one for me, but I know some of you like her, and that's your prerogative. You can like her, but once she called herself Julie Chen Moonves, I was out.
That's my opinion!
After her husband was accused of all of those horrible things, she was like, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. And then she started reading us the 10 Commandments. I was like, girl, go read it to your husband. We don't need to do that. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Colleen says, I wish we could say bye to Julie. I'm not even sure what her motivation is at this point. I don't know either. And this is Julie, the big champion of Riley and Catherine romance. Julie Chen notoriously now has the worst takes. And it wasn't always that way. I remember Julie Chen when she was so much better. And she seemed so much more plugged into the show. But I feel like, unfortunately, once Les Moonves was accused of harassment and, once he was let go from CBS and all the women came forward, I think, and Julie stood by him, I think we just saw a totally different Julie Chen Moonves. And I feel like we're all paying the price for Les's crimes. Okay. So, yeah, Rachel could host. There's lots of people that could host it. Dossier said, well, at least she's loyal. Well, hopefully she's just loyal because she got to get that money in the end because he's a little older, So maybe she was thinking that. I don't know. It just changed everything. Yes, the day out. I'm Julie Chen from outside the Big Brother house with Brett. Remember she called, or Brent. She called Brett Brent from BB20. She said, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. And we were like, who's that? What? Julie Moonves? Like, your husband sucks. Girl, run. But she didn't. And then she had to quit the talk and it was a whole thing. So, yeah, sugar, I'm with you. Being loyal to an SA isn't the stand you think it is. Yeah, being loyal to someone who harasses women and held them back in their careers and has assaulted people, allegedly, we'll say, it's not really something, that I would cheer for, but, I guess,
I am not buying it.
It's her life, but we've all suffered because of it. We've all suffered. All right. Because yes, agreed, Rachel would be a terrible host. Well, there's other options. All right. Oh, yeah. If you look at all of the allegations and stuff against Les, it's messed up. It's really messed up. So, oh, you guys. Okay, there was something. Oh, okay, so we got to get into the okay. So this is all very, very alleged. This next stuff I'm going to be talking about. Like, I don't want it to be true. People keep posting about it. Twitter's talking about it. So obviously we see this season of The Amazing Race, Rubina and Tucker are on it. It's confusing because Rubina and Tucker were dating at the time of the filming of this, but broke up, I think, around May of this year. All right. And recently, Rubina seems to be posting things on her social media that people are reading into. Okay. And they think she's, maybe there's a lot of speculation that she's maybe talking to Tucker in some of these posts. So she's posting like, be the girl who got away and got her life together is one of her things. She's posting, I'm just going to leave this here. Disliking me is so valid. I probably confronted you on your inappropriate behavior while everyone else around you validates and accepts it. Now I look, they still both follow each other on social media. Okay. But people are reading into this. Apparently, this is what the streets are saying. I didn't say this. I didn't make this up. I don't want it to be true. I think it would be awful if anything close to this is true. And this could just be people being messy. But people kept talking about it. All right. People were posting about T-Core and Tucker. Apparently, T-Core might have been staying at Tucker's, obviously all alleged. And now people are out there going, they might be together. And I'm like, what?
Huh?
I find this impossible to believe. Rubina and Chemo and T-Core just went on a friend's trip together in September. I think they went to Hawaii in September. And I mean, I follow Rubina. I follow T-Core. I don't know if I follow Chemo. So I've seen this a little bit on social media, but obviously a lot of times after these seasons, I'm not really keeping up with the old house guests. But when people started, talking about this, I'm like, oh, I better check it out. And again, really, really alleged. I don't see T-Core doing this to Rubina. I just don't see it. Okay. What was Tucker? Did it seem like he was attracted to T-Core during the season? Yeah, it did. Remember, there was a hug gate there where he was hugging on T-Core for a long time. We're like, okay. And some people were speculating that T-Core might even not be with her boyfriend anymore. But then other people are like, she is still with her boyfriend. So these are just rumors that are going around on the TikTok. Okay. And we have to talk about them because they're on the TikTok. And people keep saying this stuff. And I'm like, no. I just don't believe. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Like, that would shock me if they were together. That would shock me. T-Core does not strike me. Do I think Tucker would do it? Yes, I do. Okay? No offense, all offense, Tucker. I think he would do it. I don't think T-Core would do it. I don't think she would do that to Rubina. But people are saying that they think there's some animosity there between Rubina. But again, we won't know unless one of them actually tells us. Yeah, I didn't think she liked him at all either. It was more Tucker attracted to her. So I feel like this is much ado about nothing, but a lot of people it was like trending on, I mean, it wasn't like in the trending side, but I kept seeing it pop up on Twitter and stuff. And I'm like, what are people talking about? No way. But maybe she stayed at his house in New York after the breakup or recently or something. And that's what led people to maybe believe this, plus Rubina's posts. But I just find it impossible. Amy says, I don't even see Tucker doing it. I do. Amy, you are far more optimistic than I. But yeah. Danny says internet detectives are rarely wrong. Huh? But that's what's been going around. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to believe this. So I'm going to go out on the limb and say it's false. That it's false. People are making this up. There's no way that this would happen, right? No way. Maybe Rubina's having to watch The Amazing Race and watch her ex on the show or be at events recently with him. I don't know. Neither have commented, Otter. Not that I know of. T-Core or Tucker have not commented on this. It is just the interweb, the internet sleuths and detectives that are saying that this could be. So, right. I don't believe it either. Yes. And Taylor and Kyland obviously are on this season of The Amazing Race and they are exes now. So if it's true, we will need to do an emergency live. That would be Scandival level. That would be crazy to me if that is true. Rubina and Tucker broke up, I think May, the announcement came out. May of this year. And I don't know about Kyland and Taylor because I feel like that was so hush-hush for so long. I remember hearing about them hooking up right after her season. I heard rumors about that and that maybe allegedly everyone in the, Big Brother community family, former players weren't necessarily thrilled with that at the time, obviously allegedly. But I didn't know they were a confirmed couple until The Amazing Race. But it seems like they were a couple because they're like, hey, babe, kissy, kissy, babe. So I don't know. Dossier says Taylor was on a live with Jimmy Derrick recently and said she was single, so maybe the Kyland thing was just for Amazing Race. Well, I think they did date. I just don't think they're obviously dating anymore. Yes, obviously, Dogman, everything you read on the internet is 100% true. Yes. Let's see. I know. Imagine if social media existed during the Janelle Will seasons, like season 7, the All-Star season. The tea we missed out on so much. Because there was a little, I think cheater mance going on then. But it wasn't like this 7-year where that person's significant other could comment and be like, I am not okay with this. But here we are. So Christy says T-Core commented on a hat, but not this. Come on. It might be so ridiculous that T-Core's like, I'm not going to comment on that. But some people are saying they think Rubina should shut down the rumors before people jump on T-Core. But I don't know. I don't know if either of these women. Why doesn't Tucker shut the rumors down? Don't put it on the ladies. Breaking news, you guys. Not everything on the internet is true. Allegedly. Obviously. Everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. And yes, Allison, if you rewind back just a little bit, we do think that allegedly Vince and Kelsey, it appears, might still be together. But again, he hasn't really posted much. I think he posted one post on Instagram about his season and thanking people. And someone said that Ava, although I don't think she has posted like I had so much fun in the season. I think someone said she might have restricted comments. So that's where we're at, you guys. I know this was a long update, but there was you see what I'm saying now. There's so much to catch up on. Yeah, Vince posted with him and Julie Chen 4 days ago. And he was just like, final 2, hashtag BB27. And obviously you can go to his comment section and read I don't think he's restricting it. But Vince is getting a lot of love in the comments. And someone said he liked his own post, but I can't hate on that because I like my own post too sometimes. So that is not necessarily, but he's got, 1,000 some comments on that. But so far, nothing about his relationship status. But again, we're not even a week out of this Big Brother season. So you guys have all been amazing. Thank you, Buffy. I had so much fun with you guys as we talk BBT. I know I wanted to get into some Bravo stuff. I'll come back. We'll come back and do No Offense, All Offense with Bravo and Big Brother and keep you updated. Because again, we only keep up with the BB postseason for so long as it's interesting. And it doesn't normally stay interesting very long. But with this cast, a lot of them not speaking up yet, it might be interesting longer than we think. Or we might get bored with it. Who knows? But there's lots more things to talk about, things to roast, things to react to. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here in the live chat. Shout out to all my super chatters today. Artist Fleetwood, Cheryl Joy, Teresa Terry Sosa, Rebecca. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Rebecca. I don't know if I recognized yours when it happened. So I'm just going to thank you. Obviously, Cheryl, Artist. Thank you, Ilse. Thank you, Lisa. Rampage, Chickenhead, PK, Dorkface, Neely, always good to see you. Thank you so much. Lauren, Christy, Buffenmeyer, Pomegranate, thank you for becoming a member. Age of Rogerio. April Love, thank you for being a member and gifting a membership. Christy, thank you for becoming a member. And Ariel, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to my mods. You guys smash that like on your way out. Make sure you subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and I'll be back very soon. If you're not already, follow me on social media at Joleenlunzer everywhere. You can find I'm on most of the socials. So come find me, come give me a follow, and I'll see you guys very soon. But like I always say, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you